You're deep. The Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. Yeah, we Ric Flairing on them niggas. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairing, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death. I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. When I open like Betty Wops and find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing, son up, baby.
You gonna dig this.
Hey, yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the swag, pull up where you at. No cap if the Brody is speaking the soft facts. My advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeants are with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered the least. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walk it, cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
Hey, listen, I ain't even gonna let the horns come in, cause I know what all y'all been waiting for and what all y'all waiting. Y'all waiting for this post-game show. All right, so listen, it's your boy Scotty and you watching Off Script Live and you watching the live post-game. Listen, whoa, you talking about rushing to get here, boy. I was going 80 on the highway to get back to this jank. All right, so listen. Before I take any callers, all right, I want to congratulate Jackson freaking State for playing a full game. Win or lose, you played a full game, got it in, did your thing, came out with the dub. I don't care if it was 3-1, 3-2, you came out with the win, and that's all that matters. When that one goes in the win column, they don't have no asterisk about the score. They just say you got to win and you're moving forward. All right, so I'm going to start off with that. Congratulations, Jackson State. You were my pick. I'm 1-0 in the season, thanks to you guys. Now, listen, my thoughts, I am not taking any callers until I get all my thoughts out on this game, and then I'm going to answer questions as we go and people's comments and concerns, right? First off, I'm going to do the same thing I did with North Carolina. I'm not going to start off of what FAMU did bad. We're going to start with Jackson did well. Jackson State's defense is legit. I don't give a damn what you're talking about. That front seven, first of all, shout out to Thurman Thomas or Dennis Thurman, whatever his name is. Because at the end of the day, the two down linemen, everybody standing up, moving around, running, jumping. I mean, they had FAMU's number from the jump. All right. That defense is legit. The DBU is real. I mean, it is like that. Offensively, all right. Offensively, Shador looked like a freshman. Let's call it a spade a spade. Shador looked like a freshman. I thought FAMU had Shador on payroll because the only reason FAMU was in this game is because of Shador. He made the worst mistakes. Like, your team is so good. In my video, I said, you just have to be good. Trust your defense. No turnovers. He was a turnover problem. He was the problem for his team. Like, no bull crap. This game would have been over in the first half if Shador would have just head onto the ball. It would have been 28-6 easily. And Ed from Houston, or Ed in Houston, said it perfectly. One team couldn't score, and one team did not score. Ed, that's the perfect summary for this whole game. One team could score. One team could not score. One team did not score. Perfect analogy for this game. All right. Going forward, what else do I want to talk about? Coach Simmons. Rashawn McKay got to go. Rashawn McKay has to go. I don't give a damn anybody from FAMU who said Willie Simmons is going to out-coach Dion is bugging. He got ran in circles with because you kept Rashawn McKay in way too freaking long. You lost the game. If I was Coach Willie Simmons or Coach KJ Black or whoever had to make that decision on the quarterback, I'm walking to my team's locker room and saying, hey, guys, this one's on me. This one's on me because you keeping Rashawn McKay in the game. He should have been going at halftime. Everybody could see he was not the answer. And if he won the quarterback position in the fall, I don't know what else because that boy number 7 looked good. I don't know his name. He came in, he made the throws that were there. The seams on Jackson State was there all day. Nugget was in and out the game so you could attack the outside. If you just had a comparable quarterback, you win this game. It's just that. If you have a comparable quarterback, you win this game. You have the number 7 start at halftime. When you get the ball, you go down and score, or at least get field goals. You get field goals, you win this game. Man, listen. God, listen, I just like good football, but that is just horrible coaching, bro. I don't care what nobody says. That's why you got to respect Nick Saban, right? And I'm going to say this, because even in the biggest game, the national championship, he said, you know what, Jalen, you're not doing it for me, my guy. I need somebody else. I need somebody better. And Tua was it. I'm telling you right now, Coach Willie Simmons has to walk into his team and simply say, my fault, guys. My bad. This one's on me. I will take this blame. All right. FAMU's defense was okay. It was okay. What I did not like about FAMU's defense is that they didn't look as creative as Jackson State. Jackson State looked like, God damn it, I don't know who's coming. That's how Rashawn McKay was seeing ghosts. He didn't know what was going on. He didn't know what left, right, up, down. If I'm a quarterback, if I'm a running back, he didn't know nothing. Jackson State was super, super creative. I loved it. FAMU was really base. I mean, it was the super base, and they kept staying in it. And if Shador and the receivers would link up like they was, I would have air raided the shit out of FAMU. For real. I would have had Shador would have threw 30 or 40 times because you couldn't see the receivers. Keith Corbin was catching stuff on Bama's heads. Who else was out there? Lanier was dogging y'all. Newman was dogging y'all. I mean, like for real, like I would have air raid it would have like bombs over Baghdad at the Orange Blossom Cap. That score should have been 35-6, and fam, you should have got ran off the field at halftime. For real. For freaking real. All right. That's what Shador looked like a freshman. Look like a freshman. I don't want to hear it was his first game. I don't give a damn about none of that. Y'all was dick riding. Y'all thought he was the second coming to somebody. And I told you he's going to be a freshman. He looked like a freshman, but I will give you credit. He looked more poised than Rashawn McKay could on any given day. Shador out there making audible calls. He checking the line. He moving. He looked like he had been a 4-year player in that game. He didn't make 4-year plays. He didn't make 4-year decisions, but he looked better than McKay did on any given day. And that's a problem when you've been in the program for 4 years and you look like you look like a deer in headlights. You were not ready for the moment. Number 7 steps in and is ready for that moment. I'm telling you right now, Shador is going to be a problem going forward. His poise, his calmness is real. Now, his decision-making, not the best. His throws, they're okay. But his decision-making is not the best. If he cleans that up, I'm going to say this right now. For anybody I made a bet with that said Jackson State could go undefeated, you might win your money. You might win your money. And the reason I say this is because if you do not have a quarterback, if you don't have a legit quarterback, I'm talking about Akil Glass, I'm talking about number 7 from FAMU. If you don't have somebody who can sling that thing, you're not fucking with Jackson State, period. That's the only way you gonna beat Jackson State is if you have a quarterback. If you don't have a quarterback, you can hang it up. All right? You can hang it up. If your quarterback is skipping balls, if he can't hit a dig, if he can't hit simple stuff, you can hang it up. I'm telling you that right now. Hang it up. You're not going to win because you need a quarterback who can stretch the field. You need a quarterback who's not afraid to step up in the pocket and hit a seam route. You need a quarterback who's not afraid to throw a fade route. You need that quarterback. He needs to have that mentality. But if you don't got it, you're a rat, bro. And Rashawn McKay should never see the football field again. I'm dead ass serious. Rashawn McKay should never see the football field. He just lost his spot. He needs to transfer. He needs to be on the transfer portal tomorrow. I'm serious. I'm dead ass. He needs to be on the transfer portal tomorrow because the way you played, you look like Shador should have looked. All right, and that's saying something. You look like Shador should have looked. I'm telling y'all, I was at the game, the FAMU side was screaming to get him taken out the game. Okay, screaming. Screaming to let him get out the game. I'm dead ass. I'm dead ass serious. They were screaming to change quarterbacks. I don't know why. Coach Willie Simmons went as long as he did with Rashawn McKay. That guy gotta go. I do not owe Niles Gaddy an apology. And the reason I don't owe Niles Gaddy his apology is if you watch the film, I'm at the game. I think he had like 5 quarterback hurries in the first quarter. Out of 5 of those hurries, 3 of them came from overload blitzes. If you did not watch the game, shut up. Shut up. All right. I'm telling you that right now. Niles Gaddy is not all world. He looked like Jordan Lewis 2.0. That means if you overload the side, Niles Gaddy is fast enough to get around the edge and fast enough to run you down. That's it. That is all. If anybody looked special was Anton Evans. That boy is a grown freaking man. Do you understand? He's a grown freaking man. All right. And I'm going to get to my ballers later of who showed up and who didn't show up, but I'm going to get to these callers. All right. All right. So I know JSU about to be in here heavy. Keep it short and sweet. Get to the point and make your point. All right. Let's go. Hey, caller, you loud. Talk to me.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Talk to me.
Man, bro, let me say, I seen you at your report of the game, and you're spot on for one. Kid Shador, he has to get better holding that ball. You're right. It should have been 21-6 easily. They should have been able to move forward, get a nice clean win, but the defense is spot on. And you're right about Gaddy. You know, he had some easy rushes, but number 41, Houston, he looked real good on that defense. The other defensive end, he really showed up, and number 40, but they got a solid all-around defense. Shador got to get better at using his tight ends and putting the ball on their hands, because those tight ends can open up everything else from the run game and the receivers. But, man, you spot on. I like your reporting, man. I'm excited for what I see, but I'm glad the defense, because if you got a defense, your offense can finally find their seam, but they defense is shut down. So with that, I'm going to let you go on with your call, man.
Hey, appreciate it. Hey, I love it. Concise, got to the point. I love it, my guy. Appreciate it. Hey, that's what we're doing. Listen, for real, I gotta get to this real quick. I'm gonna keep taking callers, but I gotta say something real quick. But go ahead, caller, you live. Talk to me.
What's going on, bro?
This what? Who is it? Turn your background down. Turn your background down.
My bad. Here I go. This K from Memphis, man.
Talk to me.
So man, I don't know if I could give Shador that much credit, because this really was a lackluster performance. And at the end of the day, we can't say he's cold just because the other quarterbacks in the SWAC are not good.
That's fair. I
mean, because we saw, if you saw that last drive in the fourth quarter, that was his receiver to make that catch. That ball was placed terribly.
Man, you talking about Corbin? You talking about Corbin's catch?
No, yeah.
Woo!
The 50-50 ball on the sideline.
Man, that thing was nasty.
Terribly.
Yeah, I agree. Shador, like I said, his decision making wasn't good. I mean, he looked like a freshman, and that's why I've said, Jay. That's why I said if Deion would have did the right thing and got a grad transfer, somebody solid that you knew could play the quarterback position tomorrow, there would have been no question, fam. You would have been blown out 35-6 at halftime, because you're with Rashawn McKay at quarterback. I could have played QB and we would have scored some points, because he ain't gonna score on you. With that defense, he was scared, bro. He was so scared. He didn't know what was happening to him. But go ahead, finish your point.
No, but you spot on, because that's my thing. I mean, I feel like we giving him a pass because of SWAC play. That was terrible play. And let's just be honest. If he had went to his scholarship offer, what was that? Florida,
FAU, yeah.
FAU. If he had played with that performance and a D1, oh my God. That would have been terrible.
Yeah, you're right. They would have won that game. They would have lost that game.
And so I just feel like his surrounding talent is what keeps him afloat time and time again. And I feel like by the end of this season, if I watch that film, hey, I felt like they gave Q a bad shot at first. I was like, man, they gave Q a set of plays. Shador going to have a different set of plays. So they're going to let him shine. Well, for one, I saw that the coaching was the same. There were no adjustments.
None.
So I have to give Sanders, I'd be like, hey, man, I judged you wrong. I thought you gave Q a bad shot. Now, y'all ran them same plays right back out there. But that just goes to show you one person put up 42 points and another person put up 7 with the same playbook. That's all I'm saying. That's my point, bro. I appreciate you giving me time on the show.
With less talent.
I'll call in again, man.
With less talent. With less talent.
You got your whole team.
You got it. Good call, my guy. Listen, with less talent. But we ain't gonna get into that. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hey, what's up, man? This Duck Q out of Hampton, Virginia.
Talk to me.
Yeah, man. In that game, man, I think Shador did all right. He could have done much better, but I'm really thinking that running game needs some work. The defense is solid, but for some reason those two running back, I like the first one, but that backup running back, they got to work on that run game, man, because you got to keep them boys honest. They gonna get better. I mean, the offense gonna get better. The defense is always ahead of the offense. Man. If you play football, defense is always 2 steps ahead of the offense.
That's facts. That's absolutely facts.
So that's why I say, man. I mean, that quarterback they got, the freshman, he's the real deal. He ain't getting out of the game the rest of the season.
Yeah. Hey.
So, hey, man, it was ugly games, but I love good defensive games like the Clemson and Georgia game. So
that was a great game. Oh, you're absolutely. That was an awesome game for real, for real.
I like good defense. I like good defensive game. And Jackson State, yeah, they got some players, man. I think somebody was out though. I don't know, somebody was missing on the defensive backfield. I don't know who it was, but somebody was missing.
No, nobody was really missing. Nugget was in and out more or less. I think I saw him during that third or fourth quarter. He was stretching. It looked like he pulled his groin or something. He was stretching.
Okay.
But other than that, but yeah.
What about Bolden? Where was he? Isaiah Bolden.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I have no idea if I can I'll be honest. But appreciate the call, my guy.
Okay.
Hey, caller, you loud. Talk to me. All righty. Hey, caller, you loud. Talk to me.
Hey, what's up, man?
Talk to me. What's your name? Where you calling from?
This your favorite real estate agent down in Atlanta again.
Talk to me.
Hey, what's up? What's up? Yeah. This is Mike, man, from Atlanta, man. Look, I was watching the game. I'm gonna say first thing, the referees called a sucky game, man.
Hey, turn your background down. Turn your background down.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. The game was called poorly, man. It was a slow game. I'm gonna throw that out there first. But I think, a lot of people are hard on Shedeur, man. If you look at, the three quarterbacks from Alabama prior to this new quarterback, their first game they threw for 200 plus yards and maybe 2 TDs, right? Yes, he made a mistake down there by not handing it off to the running back. But the offense is going to get better, man.
Mistakes with an S.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, mistakes with an S. He didn't make one mistake. He made numerous mistakes.
Yeah, he made
So don't just say
He made numerous mistakes, but if you look at the play call, I know you were there, but they were getting in the calls too slow for him, man. Whoever's calling the plays, they're too slow. They're confusing him. He was confused at the line. He kept turning back to the side. He kept turning to the sideline.
No. Stop. They have a check with me offense. Listen, that is not what you're seeing is a check with me offense. They line up really fast. He does a hard count. They show the defense. He looks back to the sideline to get the real call. Then he runs the play. It is a check with me offense. That's how they do it. And in that check with me offense, he still has the freedom to make audibles. And I saw that throughout the game when he ran that QB sneak, when he kept the ball and he ran it from the shotgun position. That's the style of play they run. So no, it wasn't. It actually was getting pretty fast.
I still think they look confused though, as far as the sideline getting in the plays and him receiving the plays. They look confused on that offense. I don't know. Maybe it was him. Maybe it was the sideline. But they just seemed like there was a lot of confusion on the offense versus the defense. I thought the defense played a hell of a game. I think as you see this season goes along, you're going to see a whole different offensive scheme. And as far as Alabama A&M, come on, man. They played against a crappy-ass defense, man. Come on. It was a wide-open offensive game, so you can't compare apples and oranges.
Hold on. Time out. What was I comparing? What was I comparing?
No, I'm not saying you. I'm saying the other people who've been saying Alabama A&M, the quarterback versus, he threw 400 yards, X amount of TDs.
Yeah.
Come on. The defense was crappy.
South Carolina State has always been known for their defense. So what are you saying? If a Kill Glass was playing in this game, the game would not have been 7-6. Can we say that?
We could say a lot of different things, right?
Okay. So all I'm saying, from my point of view, I don't care about the comments. From what I'm saying is, if you have a quarterback in the SWAC that's legit, you can beat Jackson State. Jackson State is beatable. If you don't have a quarterback, if you do not have a quarterback,
that may be true, but we'll see as the season get along. I think the defense is doing what they're supposed to do. And I think Dion knew it was going to take a while for the offense to get where it's going. I think we're looking at Shedeur as a savior. But I give Shedeur a couple more games, and I'm telling you, with all them receivers and the running back who will get his rhythm, they're going to be lighting it up on the offense too, man.
Appreciate the call. All right, let me see who else is in here. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hey, what's going on, Scotty? It's Musa out of Philadelphia.
What's your name?
Look, I think, Musa, M-U-S-A.
Go ahead, Musa.
All right. So I think Shador, I would rate his performance average at best, just by a general quarterback standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
I think we are giving him a break. I'm just going to be honest. We are giving him a break because I think people want him to win, and me too. But I think he did what a freshman quarterback on that platform at that level would do. He didn't make big mistakes. It was more in the moment mistakes, like the fumbles, the 2 fumbles he made. Those aren't really rookie mistakes. They are just not paying attention of time and possession mistakes, I think.
Okay.
But I think going forward, overall, he's going to be a solid quarterback for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's a little bit of rust, the first game rust overall. But that defense, man, they got some balls on that defense. And from the beginning, I was saying number 12. He impressed me on film in high school, but I just thought that he would be too small. But he obviously showed that that's not a factor.
Yeah.
Maybe a liability on the coverage, and I don't know how he got tested out there. But defense overall was solid.
It was. It definitely was. Hey, appreciate the call, my guy.
Alrighty.
All right, let me get to my ballers, right? Let me get to my ballers because people are taking my thunder, and I really hate that, right? Players who showed up award. First off, Shiloh Sanders. God, listen, if you want to talk about somebody who set the stadium ablaze, Shiloh freaking Sanders. That's the Sanders boy you should be talking about. That boy can hit. Oh my God. He had Bama standing up, and I mean, like, all you hear was, Shiloh showed up award. All right, showed up award. All right, next player showed up award. Number 12, true freaking freshman, Cameron. Whoever came from the Trinity, the one that came with Shador from Trinity, he is a problem. He's going to be a problem for every single team. He reminds me of like a really young Tyrann Mathieu, like a real honey badger. He is real. He's a problem. He don't care about hitting. He's everywhere. Everywhere. They didn't test him in coverage like I wanted them to, but he is everywhere. Okay, Cam from Trinity. Crazy. Hey, listen, I got over 494 people in this stream. How I don't have 494 likes? Y'all bugging right now. I have over freaking 400 people in this stream. I have like barely 100 likes. What are we doing? Talk to me. Come on, subscribe. Hit me in. Hey, listen, pass the collection plate around. You guys have been asking for this. Oh, no, ain't nobody else giving you this. The pregame show, they ain't giving you this. HBCU game, they ain't giving. You're able to call in, hear your voice, and talk about your opinions of the game. Get these likes up. Stop playing with me, all right? Ballers who showed up. Number 7 for FAMU. Listen, my guy, I pray they start you next game, because if they put Rashawn McKay in, I would tell you to leave tomorrow. There's no reason Rashawn McKay should be starting in front of you. Do you hear me? You came in the 4th quarter, game on the freaking line, and looked like a freaking stud, all right? Number 7, you the real deal, Holyfield. Who else showed up? Number 1 and number 23, FAMU, the running backs, especially number 1. Number 1, my God, boy, I don't even know your name, but you were special. All right? Don't even know your name, but you were special, all right? Anton Evans, special. CJ Holmes, special. All right. Now, my next award. Players who should have been left at the house. Should have came to the game. Should have been in a robe and some slippers. First one up, Rashawn McKay. They should have left him eating on the sofa, eating bonbons. I'm trying to tell you, should not have counted. Should have left him at the house. Do you hear me? All right. The next player, any other receiver other than 13 and Xavier, should have been left at the house. Real talk. Okay. Who else? Santee Marshall left at the house. All right. Who else should have been left at the house? That's it. Those are the only people I really think that should have been left at the house. Left at the house. Oh, the Jackson State kicker left at the man. Listen, put him up for adoption. Don't even let him back in your house. He needs to go. All right. He needs to go. Players that should have been left at the house. I'm telling you, listen, bye. Don't come back. what's that old Ray Charles song? Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. No more. No more. No more. I'm telling you, them Jackson State kickers. And what did I say? I said I wouldn't bet my life on a Jackson State kicker. And I mean that for real, for real. All right, getting back to these callers. Hey, caller, you loud, talk to me.
Scotty. You know who it is.
Mr. Campbell, talk to me.
Bruh, first of all, let me say, I'm a man of my word. Congratulations to the Tigers and Dion. They did their thing. But, man, let's talk about these FAMU rattlers, man.
Okay.
Rashawn McKay, leave his ass in Miami. Do not give him a seat back to Tallahassee. Do not. Bruh, when you come out there and you got that deer in headlights look, or my man from Power, the basketball player, I don't know what I'm doing. It's a problem, bro. It's a problem.
Oh, my God.
The defense keeps you in the game. And you can't even hike the ball when we're in short yardage to kick the field goal. We actually have field goal kickers.
Mm-hmm.
We actually have special team players.
All you had to do was get in field goal range. You were good to go. Y'all was good to go if you get in field goal range.
All we had to do, bro, was get in field goal range, and we would have stole that game. We would have stole that game. Now, let me jump to the JSU side. Hey, man, I'm going to keep it real. JSU going to be some serious game 5, 6, and 7 with that defense.
Mm-hmm.
They got DBs that none of you boys were even talking about. Like you said, that boy 12,
Ooh.
9, 28. The little boy Petty that was the walk-on was playing DB. And Nugget and Bolton weren't even out there for whatever reason. And Shiloh didn't even start.
Yeah.
And they didn't miss a beat. They didn't miss a beat, bro. Now, here's the thing I want to throw at all my coaches and things like this. My boy that's a coach, he hit me with something on a text, and then I saw something else say. He said Shiloh's hands look mad small. That's why the ball was jumping out his hand. I think that's an interesting point. Because the thing about it was that ball was moving around every time he was touching. So, again, Shiloh played just like a freshman, like I thought he was going to play. But, hey, man, listen, I have looked at everybody that played the last 2 weekends. And other than Akil Glass, nobody else has a quarterback.
Nobody.
No, when you hear me? Nobody, bro. Nobody. Shadur Sanders might be the second best quarterback in the SWAC.
Easily.
So this is the thing. I like what I saw from Texas State, those wide outs. But again, I think my man said it before, they have got to run more. They can't be just running flies and short digs. Those dudes need to be doing combination routes where they're clearing guys out and things like that. They're not doing any of that. And maybe they'll put that in the offense. But when you got those type of guys, you got to be running combination routes because somebody's going to be open. They didn't run any of those and things like that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say this. FAMU's defense, we got a defense.
You do.
And I told you Marquise Bell showed that he could cover with range. He was knocking people's heads off. And that one that should have been a touchdown, that was all Marquise Bell.
Now that was. I give you that. Now listen, Shador threw a hell of a man. Listen, you talking about putting it on the button?
Beautiful pass.
You talking about putting it on the button? Oh man, he put that thing on the button. And Lotto should have came up with that, but you're right. Marquise Bell had a good defensive play on that one. But I gotta give Shador props on that one. He put that thing on the button.
Yeah, man. So like I say, I'm telling you, that game when Jackson State goes over there to Alabama and A&M, because I think they play that game in October, I believe. So they should have, 5, 6 games on their belt. Jackson State offense is going to be totally different compared to what we saw in game 1. This game played, like I told everybody, it was going to be messy. It was going to be sloppy. But what I was shocked about, I thought Rashawn McKay, again, was going to be at least an efficient game manager.
Couldn't even do that.
And he wasn't.
Couldn't even do that.
He wasn't.
He needed to be an official
like
clipboard manager.
And then we're in good shape.
Yeah. That 7. If that 7 would have came in at halftime, that would have been a different game. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Well, let me put this, and then I'll jump off because I know you got a lot of people. Here's what happened with that though. So you have McKay. Sapp actually was the number 2 quarterback. Okay, and Willie did not have the guts to do a Nick Saban and jump from 2 to 3. That was the problem. Because he wanted to be loyal and say, Sapp, And then those coaches came, because I was getting texts from the sideline. Because I texted my boy that's down there, and I'll just keep it like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a big thing because the coaches were like, we need to put 7 in. Not Willie. It was the coaches.
Mm.
And that's what happened. So, hey, man, like I said, I'm excited about the season. I'm glad everybody showed up and everything. It was a good showcase on ESPN. So, like I said, proud of you, my brother. You're doing a great job. I'm going to sit back and listen. If I need to jump back in and talk some shit, I'll be right here listening to you.
Too easy, Mr. Gamble. Appreciate the call. All right, let me get to. Oh my God, these callers are coming in crazy. Like, let me get people who haven't called in before. Hey, caller, you loud. Talk to me. Hey, caller, you loud. Talk to me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Talk to me. What's up?
My bad. Scotty, this is Sean, man. I just wanted to comment real quick.
Talk to me.
I think I agree with what everybody else is saying, so it's gonna sound redundant.
No, you good.
But there was some spots in the game that I thought that JSU should have been aggressive. I think the aggressiveness was not there, and that I don't know if it's trust from the offensive coordinator on down. But I think that had they just been really aggressive and just let Shador air it out, they had a much better way better outcome. So I think that was a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But early on in the game, I kind of expected when I seen the rain and you had kind of predicted it earlier on. You was like, yo, I expect this or I expect that. And I was like, man, here come the fumble for Shador. I was like predicting it. I was like I was in the game. I was nervous.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, man, I just wanted to drop that piece and I'm going to let you get back to everybody else. Yo.
Hey, appreciate you, my guy. Listen, if you are, listen, If you're in my comments saying that number 7 didn't change the aspect of the game, you don't know football. I'm not respecting no comment I'm not respecting no comment in this thing. If you tell me that number 7 in the game did not change the outcome or did not have a boost to FAMU's offense, you do not know football. And that includes you, Swag Buzz, because I know you're in my comments right now. You don't know football, my guy. And you can clip that and use it on your channel. Because I'm telling you right now, number 7, if he would have played at halftime, this game would have been different. Just the mere zip on his passes, just the mere fact that he was hitting the in cuts, he was hitting the out cuts. Those plays were there all day long. If you have a quarterback that can hit the middle of the field, you can rock Jackson State's defense. Point blank, period. If you have a quarterback that can throw in the middle of the field, you have a chance at beating Jackson State. Outsides is a little iffy. Inside and out, you're good. You're good to go. I don't care. If you're in my comments saying that number 7 did not change the aspect of the game, you don't know football. Don't even comment on my stuff. Hey, caller, you loud. Talk to me. Hey, caller, you loud. Talk to me.
Hey, Scott, am I in?
Yeah, you in? Yeah.
Yo, Scott, this is Jonathan from South Carolina.
Talk to me.
So I got a couple things. Number 1, about number 7. Yes, he did. Can you hear me?
I'm listening.
He did change the offense, but changing the offense does not equate being effective because he wasn't effective. He didn't move the ball. He still had turnovers. He didn't score any points.
I'm gonna let you finish.
So to be like, it's like getting the boost does not necessarily mean be effective.
Turn your background down. Turn your background down.
In regards to JSU's defense, I watched all the SWAT games at the beginning of this week. Say it again.
Turn your background down.
At the beginning of this week. All right. Yeah, so I watched all the games. I watched all the SWAT games this weekend. And that defense is going to be a problem for the rest of the SWAT because the ability to get a pass rush on the offense, I don't care how great your quarterback is. If you can get pressure and get pressure up the middle with either 99 or 96, you're going to actually cause for SWAT quarterbacks, you're going to cause all type of problems. And as of Shador actually has he throws a great deep ball. Like that first pass to Trevante Rucker on the left side, perfect pass. Go over towards the sideline, and then of course that one over that Marquise Bell broke up, perfect pass. But the offensive coordinator got the same problem he had during the spring. Like he doesn't call a good game plan. Like there are times when he's running the ball when he just needs to go ahead and run it and air it out. And they also don't run any short passes. They don't have a short pass game. If your run game is not working, then you use the short, quick game to act as a run game to actually open up the defense. And they weren't doing that because FAMU's DBs are playing off like 7 and 10 yards. Just do some quick hitches, 5-yard outs, and just run those until they come up and start covering.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. So, first of all, back to your first point about number 7. You got to understand if I'm a defensive player and I know the quarterback that I'm playing against can't make an out route, can't make an out throw, can't make a downfield throw, hasn't hit a completion in the middle of the field, you call the defense differently. You're saying he didn't make any completions. You're bugging because you didn't see the seam route that he hit. You didn't see the out route that he hit, and you didn't see the dig that he hit. The thing about it is he had 1 quarter. He had 14. He got in at 14:37. He had 1 quarter to make an impact. That's on Coach Willie Simmons. You give him a half, the game is different. Second of all, I totally agree with your premise on that short running attack. It's god awful. God awful. I would have just air raided the shit out of FAMU because they couldn't do anything with Warren Newman in the drag route. They could not. Literally every time Warren Newman did a drag route, it was automatic 3 to 4 yards. Automatic. It was because, like you said, the DBs were playing 5-7 yards off. The linebackers dropping out. He could have hit the drag route every single time. I think they got too cute too many times and try to run the ball when Shador was killing them on the drag route. I would have just been like, yo, throw the drag route. Just keep beating them up. I mean, if they're gonna keep giving it to you, keep taking it. It's just that simple. Other than that, I mean, everything else you said is pretty spot on, but I don't agree with your premise on 7. 7 was a game changer. I don't care how you want to look at it. He was a game changer, and you're asking a man to, first of all, Coach Willie Simmons was asking a lot of him to come in the 4th quarter and win that game for him. That was a bad look on the coach because now you're putting everything on. Now, he didn't put you in the hole that you're in, but now you're asking him to pull you out the hole with short amount of reps with one of the best defenses probably in the SWAC. Come on, man. Like you got to understand what he was going against and still look good doing it. Can't give it to you, but hey, appreciate the call, my guy.
For sure.
Hey, Felix, you live. Talk to me. Keep it short and sweet.
Listen, man, I got Justin State right square, at least right. My bad, man. Sorry about that, JSU fans. I take all the heat. McKay got to go. We need a quarterback, man. We let that other quarterback go to South Dakota State, and you saw what he did to Colorado State. So good job. I'm glad you enjoyed the game. I'm glad you enjoyed Miami, man.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
No, so check this out. First thing first, I'll got to give you some props, man. You kind of be spot on with these little predictions you be making over here. You said it would not be a high-scoring game.
I said it.
And I called like 41-21. You said, well, it was like 17. So what was the score?
17-24.
So you was off. But when you said it would be a high-scoring game, you're 100% right.
Yep.
So that's the first thing. And the second thing is this. I'm struggling because I know I'm probably going to be stoned for what I say. That wasn't really good football. Like, let's just be real. The game was, the Dion effect was more what really made you tune in. But that really wasn't good football to be on ESPN. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Honestly, I think the A&M versus Jackson State game was way more entertaining, but that was not good football. Now, to that point, I think we also got to consider the fact with Shador. I think Shador didn't play a bad game at all, considering he was a freshman, considering the rain and the atmosphere. I mean, overall, you expect some blemishes there, but the kid held his own. So I got to give him credit there. I think the thing that I do question, though, is was JSU, who I can't say whose defense was better. Because for JSU to have the type of talent that they had and the caliber of players that they recruited and what we've heard about, for them only to score 7 points and still play in the spring is kind of concerning, just a little bit. I'm not taking away from Shador. I don't want to be stoned, but I'm just saying you would have thought it would have been more of a blowout. You know what I mean? From
Facts.
the JSU side, especially with this massive offensive line, you know, these phenomenal receivers. It should have been truly 40-6, in my opinion.
Easily.
You know what I mean? So you gotta look at this. So it's like, okay, on the flip, is FAMU defense that legit as well? Is FAMU gonna be a problem this year defensively? Keep in mind, these folks ain't played in 2 years, and you know they coach need to have his ass whooped in the back because he should have made that adjustment on the quarterback side a long time ago to give them folks a fighting chance. But overall, I think what it also shows, man, is Shador, and this is the one thing I've always said, it's not that Shador is going to be bad. Shador has the room to make mistakes
that other quarterbacks wouldn't have.
Let's just be honest here. Jalen and Quincy made those types of mistakes. They would have pulled his ass up out the game early on. And it's a difference, not physically, mentally, when you know I can still make these mistakes and I'm still going to get to go back out there and throw the same balls and do what I do.
That's real.
That's a whole different level of play. That's the mental piece of a quarterback. When a quarterback and a coach have that they locked in and you're my guy, no matter what you do, for the most part, like you called it again, what did you say? He just needs to what? Manage the game. Just drive the car. Don't wreck it. Just drive the car. Today, he drove the car and managed the game.
Yep.
So I think, you know what I'm saying, I think JSU is going to be a problem this year defensively. We'll see. But I'm going to be honest with you. This kind of just reminds me of the spring ball last year. When Jackson State beat up on Edward Waters, Valley. To me, this reminds me almost like the Valley game. I'm kind of like, yeah, you won, but you really ain't done shit. Nothing personal. You just ain't done nothing yet.
Yeah.
You got TSU next week. I think JSU going to beat up on TSU. You got Delta State. Y'all going to run through them by 50. Then I think after that, that's when you'll see when their season truly starts. So that's all I got, man.
Appreciate it.
Go on.
Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me. What's your name? Where you calling from?
We about to walk.
Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me. What's your name? Where you calling from? Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hey, what going on?
Talk to me. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, I'm calling from Mississippi, Camp Mississippi. Hey, my name on there.
Go ahead.
That boy Shador Sanders is pretty good. I was watching the game. Pretty good. I'm from Camp Mississippi also. That's like 15 minutes away from
what if you had to grade Shador, what grade would you give him?
For the game, I would say what you on a 1 to 10 or
a grade.
A to D?
A grade. A grade has a letter.
I give him a D plus, honestly.
But pretty good.
He controlled the game.
Good with a D plus.
Honestly, what he did was he, like you said in one of your shows, he didn't wreck the Cadillac. Honestly,
that's all you got to do.
He almost did.
Boy, fam, you had him on payroll for a minute. Fam, you had him on payroll for a minute. Real talk.
No cap, they did. I swear to God, they did. He couldn't do nothing for the first, they really, I wouldn't even say fam, you did it. It was kind of like coaching.
It was self-inflicted. No, it was self-inflicted.
Really not.
Yeah, it was self-inflicted.
Yeah, they really didn't turn him loose to like it was like the end of the first, second, beginning second. He really just came out, started throwing the pill. And on one of your comments from your show from way back then, your boy Niles Gaddy, I don't know what fam you was doing out there, but they was not blocking. Why would he get the first 10 plays to go just run down the field?
Come on, man.
Like
thank you.
Fighting the grass. Why he fighting the grass himself? Dude was just not getting blocked at all.
Thank you.
That was whack.
Come on, man.
That's a bad coaching scheme. Whoever thought about that one.
Yeah.
And his second son on defense, Jesus Christ.
Nasty.
Boy out there laying that boom.
The real Sonic Boom, ain't it?
That boy laying the boom. If you got some tuba and bass players, that's him right there. You need to draft him.
Oh man, that's real. Hey, appreciate the call, my guy.
No problem.
All
Keep it safe, man.
You too. That's a good caller, right? God, though, Jesus freaking Christ! There's so many people in here. All right. Hey, caller, you loud. Talk to me.
Hey, what's going on, Scotty? This is Jared O'Leven Green.
All right.
Calling from Killeen, Texas.
Talk to me.
By way of North Carolina, Vietnam. All right, so great game, one of the best games I've seen all week. What I liked was number 92 from FAMU. He was shooting them gaps. He was just nothing but 5'11". But little man was doing his thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the main reasons why the running game from Jackson State wasn't about nothing, because those boys on the D-line for FAMU were shooting their gaps, which makes it easy for the linebacker to eat, if you know football. But, yeah, it was a good game, man. I'm glad I didn't call in earlier, man, because my prediction would have been all fucked up on the pool.
Hey man, everybody's score was jacked up, my guy. But appreciate the call, man.
No problem.
Hey, real quick, guys. If we're being honest, the closest score was actually my daughter. My daughter said 7-3. 7-3. No, she said 3. No, she said 0-3 FAMU. That's what she said. She said 0-3 FAMU. That was the closest score. 0-3 FAMU. So she knows football because I'm her dad, and she knows how to pick a game. And shout out to her, boo boo. Shout out to you. So no, you ain't say no 3-3. Shut up. You ain't say no 3-3. Hey, what's up, Mr. Lomax? Talk to me.
Hey man, you funny. I know I'm on a delay. Your daughter?
Yeah,
0-3.
Hey, 0-3. That's what she said. 0-3.
Hey man, look. It ain't because of you, sir. She just throws some numbers out there.
Hey, listen, she's watched me watch the Cowboys games. Go ahead.
How did you like the festivities?
Oh man,
listen. How did you like the SWAT? How did you like the tailgating, the bands, all of that?
Tailgating was okay. The tailgating was okay. It wasn't a real tailgate because Hard Rock had their own tailgate, so everybody was kind of pushed up there. Listen, all right. Sonic washed FAMU. Sonic, the Boom, they washed. They washed.
So you know about the band.
And I'm not even I'm not a band guy. But Sonic, the Boom washed fam. I mean, it wasn't even close. Now, at the halftime, I did stay and watch the halftime.
Right.
The Boom watched them again, but fam has better showmanship, right? They're more interesting to watch, but the sound.
That's Penn State. They are Penn State. That's Penn State marching band.
Oh my God.
Or that's SCU marching band. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. So what it reminded me of was, and my girl said the same thing. She said, FAMU was Atlanta A&T, and Sonic Boom was Morris Brown. Like, that's what she said, because they were playing all this classical stuff, like Hit Him With a Flight of the Bumblebee. You know what I'm saying? And Sonic Boom, and the Sonic Boom was just like, they was washing them. They was just drowning them out. It was so disappointing to see. FAMU was over there like, and Sonic Boom would come in so hard, like just so hard, and it was like, boom, boom. I was like, oh my God, you couldn't even hear FAMU no more. Listen, man, I'm telling you.
That's what I be meaning when I say welcome to the SWAT.
That joke was funny. I'm telling you.
Now, I'm gonna dip to this football thing, bro.
Yeah.
Highly disappointed with my offensive line. I really am. They should have done better with setting the line and opening up gaps, that A and B gap for the running game. Okay. The running game would have been key, but we didn't have that.
Okay.
I don't agree with people with Marshall, Mr. Cameraman. He come in the game. He was getting 4 yards to carry, sir. So, I mean, they was killing my little guy from Liberty, but Marshall was coming in. He made a little impact. We didn't have Tyson Alexander in there, so it is what it is. beginning of the game, weather plays a huge factor. You agree?
Yeah, I agree. What I don't agree with is the offensive line. They weren't bad. Did they open lanes to run to? No, but their pass protection was actually darn good. Their pass protection was A1.
Now that I'll agree. They gave him time to run the ball. I mean to pass the ball. My point would be is he did get the happy feet back there. He did the Jalen Jones on me. Soon as he felt like his clock got short on him, he just started scrambling and doing crazy crap. We should have went up 14, but 14-3. 14-3 or 14-6.
Should have been 21-6.
It should have been 14-6 at halftime.
Easy.
It
At
really
least
should have
14.
been.
At least
because
14.
that go ahead.
Yeah, no, you're right. At least 14 and a half. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, they should have had 14 points behind the fact that there was a running play that would have got them. It was 3rd and 2 or 4th and 2. I can't remember, sir. But I do remember this fact that he should have left the ball in the running back's basket. He tried to pull out and fumble it. That was one of his turnovers.
Yeah.
The first turnover was the wet ball from their first series.
Hey, Mr. Lomax, you got to speed it up. I got a lot of callers, so you got to make your point. You got to get
it, sir. I appreciate it. My only thing I got else, how did you feel about the environment, the entertainment, and all of that, your first real SWAC game? And then other than that, sir, I appreciate your show. I enjoy watching it. I'm always be a supporter of you. I'm always be a JSU lover. So all y'all haters, get ready.
I appreciate it, Mr. Lomax. Hey, to answer Mr. Lomax's question, listen, it's a beautiful thing to see that many black people in one place. All right, it's a beautiful thing. Listen, FAMU band playing gospel music, and it was just a great experience. I'm glad I went. I'm glad my conscious committee, or one of my conscious committee members, like, no, Scotty, you got to go to the game. You got to experience it. It was absolutely amazing. It was not sold out. It definitely was not. It was a lot of seats. I ain't even gonna hold you. Maybe they bought them and didn't show up, but there was some seats there, so it was not sold out. But overall, it was great. And listen, I can't wait for the Boombox and the Boombox Classic, because listen, ain't nobody messing with the Sonic Boom. Listen, I'm sorry, Marching 100. You ain't doing nothing. You're not doing nothing with it. But okay.
I can't wait for the Boombox and
you gotta turn that down.
Classic,
You live. You gotta turn that down.
Ain't nobody messing with the Sonic Boom. Listen, I'm sorry, Marching 100. You ain't doing nothing. You're not doing nothing with it. But okay.
5-8-1-7. You're live. You're turning
and you got live. You got to turn that down. Ain't nobody messing with the Sonic Boom. Listen, I'm sorry, ain't doing nothing. You got to turn that.
All right, we back. Sorry. Apologies. I got. Listen. Can y'all hear me? I'm good. Okay. Sorry guys. I got the hotel internet. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. They cut me off, so I had to come back on. So we're good to go. Let me get my call line back on real quick. Apologies. Let me get this going for y'all. So if you was on the whole, I'm gonna get you suited and booted back up. Let me get this call line back up. Let me see. Oh, here we go. All right, call lines back open. Call lines are back open. Apologies, guys. Listen.
There are 16
Woo! 16 people in the call line. God damn. I'm glad y'all stayed on. I'm glad y'all stayed on. All right, hold on. Do. Okay. Let me get to my man real quick. Mr. Ford, talk to me.
Hey, am I on?
You are live, Mr. Ford. Listen, first, before you go, if you talk about that FAMU quarterback room and you add Rashawn McKay, I'm clowning anything you say afterward. That boy Rashawn McKay needs to be taken off the list. But go ahead, you're good to go now.
You're right. Well, let me say this first and foremost. I want to say this to the commissioner of the SWAC, Dr. Charles McClellan. If ESPN is going to be gracious enough to give you worldwide airtime, we got to do better with officiating.
Facts.
I mean, one thing the TV showed today was that those people were totally incompetent. Okay, the officials, as far as their signaling, as far as even knowing what to call, we got to do a better job. The same thing happened with the MEAC about 5 years ago, and they solved that problem. What they did, they just went out and got some high schoolers. They got rid of the officials they had, and then they went out and got some high school officials, and basically it solved their problem. We can't have that kind of officiating on worldwide television. It makes us look bad. It makes HBCUs look bad, and it makes us look incompetent. We got to do it better. So that's what I want to say to Dr. McClellan. First and foremost, congratulations to Jackson State, to Coach Sanders, and I just, man, let me tell you something. I don't know if y'all know it. That guy Dennis Thurman put on a classic as a clinic. He put on a clinic today, man. I mean, he went NFL on them today, man. I was like, damn, I didn't know he was gonna get that deep on them.
Man, he got creative.
But, listen, first and foremost, you absolutely, and I heard you during the halftime when you said Rashad that McKay needed to come out the game, and you were absolutely right. He needed it. But here's the thing. I can't believe he didn't play the Sapp kid from Jacksonville. He played that freshman kid, Martovich, over Sapp. I can't believe that. And I know it's going to be some blowback behind that, because let me tell you something. That Sapp kid had 20 offers from Division I Power 5 schools now. So don't be surprised if we talking about transfer portal here now, because Maritovich, he was all right, but he ain't that Sapp kid. He is not better than that Sapp kid. FAMU right now is just a program without a quarterback. They got to find a quarterback.
Facts.
They have got to find a quarterback. Now, I'm going to say this to these Jackson State fans. Baby, the sky is the limit. I'm going to be honest with you. That defense, man, listen, you know how we've been talking about how many of them guys, I saw so many guys going to get a shot at the league. Ooh, man, that kid, the boy they brought in from Georgia Tech, that kid, he gonna be a pro. I think he's playing 99.
Yeah, he's talking about Anton.
His last name was Owens. Was it Owens?
I think it's either Evans or Owens, one of the two, but he's nasty. Yeah,
Owens,
he's
that guy's a pro.
He's
he
killing.
gonna definitely he going to the league. You know, Aubrey Miller put on a show, and I'm like you now. I ain't taking nothing away from Hampton, but let me just tell you this: that Aubrey Miller is the linebacker. Now they had a freshman linebacker. He came in made a play, but then Bishop Bonnet took the ball from him.
Hey,
He's the kid from
that
what's
number
his name?
one is a dog. That number one's a dog, bro. To take the ball back from a DN, you legit. I don't care what you say, you legit.
And what about, listen, I saw a free safety. I like that kid that transferred from Florida. Then there's a freshman. It was a freshman free safety. He was coming up laying hat. And let me tell you who else was laying hat on that TV. That darn gone Sanders, number 21.
Oh, Shallow.
Oh, baby. Shallow hit you, baby.
Yeah.
Shallow will hit you.
Yeah.
But listen, I just want to say to the Jackson State people, the sky's the limit. From what I saw tonight, I don't know who's gonna beat you. I really don't. I don't know who's gonna beat you. Now let me just say this.
This is your last thing, Mr. Forey, because I gotta let you go after this one.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Now I'm a Shedeur Sanders fan. He made them freshman mistakes, you know. But I am a Shedeur Sanders fan. But let me tell you something. When the game slow down a little bit more for him, baby, they gonna be running up 40 and 50 points on people, man. With them wide receivers he got, and I love that darn going running them. I love both of them running backs. But one thing I would like to see,
Mr. Ford, I gotta let you go. Gotta let you go, Mr. Ford. Sorry. Sorry, gotta let you go. You're taking too much time. I got a lot of callers on. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Yeah, what's up, man?
What's good? What's your name? Where you calling from?
I'm Dominic. I'm in Fargo, North Dakota.
Fargo, North Dakota. What's up? Talk to me.
Yeah. Now, man, I'm up here, man. I'm from Fort Myers, and also I'm a fan of Deion, man. I love rooting for y'all. I need y'all boys to come up here and go against NDSU, man.
They don't listen. They don't want the smoke. They don't want the.
I want to see that matchup, man. Game day here. Got prime time. Jackson State, NDSU up in the Fargo Dome.
Listen, I agree with you. I would love to see the matchup, but you know, SWAC fans, they don't like playing out of conference games. You know, they don't believe in it. So,
but they wasn't ranked with them. All the ranked players in this area, NDSU and SDSU, and they all in the same division, FCS.
Listen, bro.
That's crazy, bro.
You're speaking to the choir. You're preaching to the choir, my guy. I agree with you. SWAC fans don't agree with you. All right, SWAC fans don't agree with you.
I'm gonna come up here, bro. I'm going to the NDSU athletic director and try to make that happen, man.
Yeah, let's make it happen, Captain. If you got the pull,
I'll take prime time, game day central up here, man. Oh man, I love it. Second, third year in the program. That's prime time written all over that, man.
If you got pull like that, make it happen, Captain. Make it happen.
I don't know what to do, but hey, it's a vision, like Prime say, baby. Just believe.
Too easy. Too easy.
Just believe, baby.
That's it.
Hey, good show, man. I'm gonna keep watching, man.
Hey, thank you, my guy.
Keep watching.
Appreciate you.
No problem.
Fargo, North Dakota. Hey, you live. Turn your background down. You live, Mr. Sweet. Oh no, no.
What's good, homie?
What's good? What's good? Talk to me.
You know who this is, right?
Nope. Negative.
This is Conscious, homie.
What's up, Conscious? Usually your name comes up under it. That's why you must be calling from a different number.
I'm calling because I'm traveling.
Oh, okay.
So you'll end up seeing me later on, but I'm gonna try to hook up with you later on. So hey, text me your digits. So I already got it, but I'll hit you up.
Okay, too easy.
All right, so look, here's the deal. All right. Defense lights out crazy. And for the commenters and the people who are in the comments, I want y'all to understand something. We was down 3 defensive starters before this game. 3 starters didn't even play this game. That's how scary this is going to get. All right, for Shedeur, quarterback play, freshman mistakes, played a good game overall, a decent game overall. He left about 21 points out there on the field.
Easily.
Making careless mistakes. But I think Mr. Forbes said it best. Once the game slows down to him, he's going to be a problem. Because right now, in terms of his vision and ability to basically call audibles on the field and basically to be able to see the plays before they start, I think that's a gift. And I think that's going to continue to get better as he progresses and he gets comfortable and acclimated to the game speed. And I just want people to understand this is his first college game, and not to take anything away from, but we all know the game speed is completely different from high school and college.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a rivalry game.
Yeah.
So the intense and the pressure, I don't care what he says or what Coach Prime says or anything, the pressure got to him in this game, and we know it. And it's expected to because it's a big game. So overall, I think he did decent as a game manager. I think he's going to get a lot better. And I think once the game slows down and he can see the plays before they begin, and he can learn to not try to do too much with the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
He's going to be a problem, man.
He will. No,
But overall,
I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah, overall, great game. I can't wait for us to get our defensive starters back in a couple of weeks, so that we'll be at complete full strength. But man, it's gonna be something to look forward to, man. And when the defense is fully clicking with all this on all cylinders, and when the offense can finally catch up to the defense, because right now, I won't say they're significantly behind, but they're definitely behind.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of expected a low scoring affair. I didn't think it was going to be this low scoring. I was thinking more like 21-28. But I'm proud of them overall. I think they did a great job given the circumstances and given the hype behind this game. But the game kind of reminded me of the Clemson Georgia game that they just had on yesterday. So I'm excited we came out on the good end, on the front end of it.
Hey, appreciate the call, Conscious.
No doubt, bro.
All right, peace. 268. See, y'all about to make me close this stream down. I do this for y'all, and the least y'all can do, all 558 of y'all, is like the stream. That's the least you can do. You watching me, I'm watching you, you watching me, and you listen, click the thumbs up button. It's 500 y'all in here. Click the thumbs up button. Stop playing. All right. If you would like to skip, if you're on the call line, listen, I got over 18 people in this jank. All right. If you like to skip the call line, just super chat me whatever price you want. I don't care. It could be $1, $2, $3. Put the last 4 digits of your number and I will go to you next. All right. If you don't want to wait, that's how you do that. If you mind waiting, I don't care. If you don't mind waiting, I don't mind waiting. All right. But if you want to skip the line and get your point across, super chat me whatever you feel you want to give me. It could be $1, $2. I don't care. And then you'll skip the line. All right. Just give you a heads up. Like Israel Carey. I don't have to calm down. You know why? It's my stream. It's my stream. I don't have to calm down. So you're going to keep watching regardless. Okay, Ari, try again. Let me go to Mr. Sweet. Hey, caller, you loud. Talk to me.
I don't have to calm down. You know why? Hey, what's happening, man?
Talk to me.
Hey, you knew I was calling to go get mine and get my point in. We look bad today. And McKay is not the one. So I'm pretty sure Coach gave him the clipboard and said, okay, this shows the rest of the season. This belongs to you. This is all you right here, this clipboard. And I would have liked to see Jackson State.
Hold on, Mr. Sweet. Hold on, Mr. Sweet. Hold on. Real quick. I got to make an announcement. If you super chatted me money and you're trying to skip the line, you have to add the last 4 digits of your number. Come on, guys. Like you gotta be smarter than this. All right. If you're super chatting to skip the line, super chat the money, put the number of your last 4 digits on the line so I know who to go to. All right. If you just super chat any money, I don't know who to go to. Last 4 digits. Come on, guys. Y'all gotta be smarter than this. All right. Go ahead, Mr. Sweet.
Yeah. So I would like to see Jackson State go against 7 just to see because really McKay was giving stuff away, not hitting open people, throwing at people's feet. So yeah. So him and the clipboard can stay and throw in signals from the sideline. I thought Jackson State did a good job. Their defense was tight, and they did what they needed to do. And I think Shakir is going to be a good player. Coming down, once he gets his feet under.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, appreciate the call, Mr. Sweet.
All right. Enjoy the show, man.
All right. I swear you said McKay was better than Shador before the game. I made you wrong. Joseph, I will take your call next just to prove to you I did not say that. Yo, don't hit me with that, bro. Don't hit me with that. 6829. All right, coming to you right now. Hey, caller, you loud. Talk to me.
Hey, I'm Sid from City said from Jackson, Mississippi.
Yeah, talk to me, say it.
And my take on this, I think it was a decent game, man. The offense got to get a little better and get more push up front on the O-line. And as far as pass protection, they did a great job, but they needed a little more push up front on the running phase. As far as the coaches, I think they should have. It was one series they went all running plays, and they should have, like a 3rd and 4, they should have threw the ball instead of trying to run it again. They knew they wanted to get push up front. But as far as defense, they did a phenomenal job, man.
They definitely did.
And the Shedeur Sanders, like I said, he putting his thought on the ball for real. But as far as the only thing I can see is the O-line. We got to get more push up front, though.
Okay. No, yeah, for the run game. Definitely for the run game.
Yeah. But that was my take. But as far as Shedeur, his grade, I give him a B plus A minus.
Oh my God! In what world? In what world? So what is an A? If you give that performance a B minus to a B plus to an A minus, what is an A?
No. Hey, I take it back. I take it back. I take it back. I give him see, you know what it was? I think it was me judging from the turnovers. But I give him a better grade than that. I think he did a phenomenal job as far as, especially like doing a little out and a little cross and putting it on the money. I give him that. That was great. But sometimes you can't play hero ball, you know. Sometimes just get to the running back. That's when I'll give it to him. But that was just a little. I give him an A.
Oh, bye said I can't. No. Bye said that is a A. There's no way this man gets over a C minus for today's game. There's no way you give Shedeur more than a C minus for this game. If you give him a B, I'm like, what do you got to do to get an A? He didn't throw any touchdowns. He had a QB sneak at the 1 for a running touchdown. What are we talking? A B? My God, please.
Sneak at the 1 for a running touchdown. What are we talking? A B? My God, please.
5817, you're live.
Sneak at the 1 for a running touchdown.
Yo.
Yeah, turn your background down. What's up?
What's up, man? This Mike calling from Columbus, Georgia.
Talk to me.
Hey, I just want to first off, you know, I'm gonna give my grade for Shedeur. I'm gonna give him a straight even B. I ain't gonna go too crazy because he ain't throw no pick. So you know what I'm saying. Mainly,
a pick does not.
You know, I think the main
turnover
thing
is a turnover. It don't matter if it's a pick or not. If you give the ball to the other team, it's a turnover. What does it mean because you ain't throw a pick?
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna dock him a little bit for the turnovers. But at the end of the day, he managed the game well enough, and this defense is gonna be a problem in the SWAC. Like it's gonna be a huge problem if you got FAMU second. If ESPN got FAMU second as far as HBCU football team, and that's all their offense can do, I see Jackson State probably leading the whole SWAC and maybe the whole FCS in defense.
That's not a bad take. I cannot knock you on that. That is not a bad take. It really isn't. Because if you don't have the right quarterback, you're going to be scared to throw. It's just what you're going to be scared to throw. So I cannot disagree with you on that one. I really can't, man. I can't find any reason to disagree with you because the quarterback.
Yeah, and another thing I think that was kind of underrated from this game is the running backs actually did well. The offensive line, defensive line, completely different from what I seen in the spring. And it's gonna get real ugly once the offense get in sync. It's gonna get ugly.
I don't agree with you on the running game, but I'll agree with you if the O-line can pass protect like nobody's business. I'll give you that. They did a hell of a job pass protecting for Shedeur, but running the ball, no, I can't give you that. Can't give you that.
Yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna let the other caller get in, but I'm actually I think Dion gonna be pissed about the offense, the offensive production.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as the team just reaching down, digging deep, and getting a win, it was a big game for Jackson State.
It definitely was.
I
definitely was, and great call, my guy. For real, great call. I like that take on the defense. Great call. Listen, I listen. How to send money? It's a super chat. It's a $, and you can send your money, and then you put your number, your last four. Or if you just want to support, you can support. However you want to do it. I gotta agree with them. I really gotta agree with them on the defensive take. All right, on the defensive take of the ball. The reason I can see Jackson State leading the FCS in defense because the quarterback play in the SWAC is atrocious. It's atrocious. All right. It's atrocious. So that is what it is. So if you don't have a quarterback that's confident enough to throw the ball, like, first of all, you have to have a creative offensive coordinator. And for what I saw from FAMU, no disrespect, Coach Black, I know you follow me. I would blame the first half on Rashawn McKay, but the second half, I definitely have to blame on you because you knew what you had with Rashawn McKay, and the play calling that you were doing just to me didn't fit his skill set of what he could do for you. So I got to blame you on that, Coach Willie Simmons. Both of you guys being offensive-minded guys, previous quarterbacks, and if that's the best you can do, I gotta throw you under the bus, and you deserve this L. You gotta hold this L. You really do. You gotta put it on your chest like a scarlet letter, and it needs to be a big old L. All right. Hey, quarterback, Lord. Hey, you live, my guy. Talk to me.
What's going on, Scotty?
What's good? What's your name? Where you calling from?
This Big T calling out of Jackson, Mississippi.
Talk to me.
Hey, I'm gonna have to get Shedeur Sanders a D- because I listened to your broadcast earlier. It was a guy predicted that he was gonna have 2 or more turnovers.
Yeah.
He had 2 fumbles. Point B is you cannot beat anybody going 3 for 16 on third down conversion. you can't. You'll never beat anybody going that.
Yeah.
My third point is offensive coordinator. He got to be a like-minded guy. He needs to change up his schemes. His schemes got to get better. If he gonna be productive in the SWAC, if he gonna win the SWAC, he got to change up. He got to be able to provide for the Sanders kid and open up his playbook and let the kid play ball. But I do give him a D-. He got to do better. He got to read better. And he got to be able to hold on to the ball. That's my point. And be blessed, brother.
Hey, appreciate you, my guy. Listen, Joseph Page. Listen, I'm with the shit today, bro. Call in. Just call in. Stop living in the comments. Stop being a punk. Call in, and I can dismantle your point. I can dismantle your point. Call in. Matter of fact, put in the comments. Put your last 4 in the comments. Call in. I will answer your call. I will demolish you. I'll kick you off the line. I'm gonna let you say your point. I'm gonna kick you off the line, and then I'm gonna keep going with my show. But you're talking big mess, my guy. But at the end of the day, that's not the true statement. So call into the show. If you really with the smoke, call in with the show and we can have this discussion over the phone on wax, because I'm not about to argue with you in the comments, my guy. That's what's called a live call-in show. Joseph Page, like, stop playing with me, my guy. Stop playing with me. So just call in. Stop being scary. Call in and do what you got to do, and we can make it happen. Stop. If I said it, then you should be easily. If I said it, Joseph, then why can't you call in and tell me where I said it? Just I would love for you to tell me where I said it. Tell me where I said it. Call in. Listen. Call in. I don't care about none else the comments are talking about. If you have a point to prove, call in. Put your last 4 in the comments. Call in and have a discussion with me. It's just that simple. If you can't, then get out my comments. That's just that simple. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
I'm finna go eat.
Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Ain't nobody in the living room?
Hey, caller, you're live. Talk to me.
This is James from Houston.
Yeah.
I want to give Shedeur Sanders a D today.
Okay.
And I give him a D because he didn't produce up to the standards that Prime said he was going to do.
Okay.
And that's scary because I believe he could be greater.
But I also want to talk about the third down. They were moving the ball down the field, but then they kept running the ball. It was clear that those receivers was way better than the DB.
Way better.
I felt that the OC should have let him go 5 wide and let his receivers do what they do.
Yeah.
If you're gonna say they're a Power 5 offense, you gotta let them throw the ball and you gotta let Shedeur do what he do. Stop running the ball because they can pass protect like you said, but when it comes to running, I gotta give it to number 92 from FAMU. He was shutting that down.
Yeah. Hey, good call, my guy.
And that's all I
appreciate your opinion.
Great show.
Yeah. Joseph, I'm not bullying you. How am I bullying you if I'm asking you to call into the show? Nobody's bullying you. I'm simply saying, if you can prove to me when I said it, tell me when I said it. Tell me, hey, you said it on this video at when you was talking about this, that, and the third. Let me know when I said it because I did not say that. I know I didn't. So please tell me when I said that. Don't put it in the comments. Call in. And GS everything, you call in as well, because I'll school you and Joseph. If you want to have his back, both of y'all can get it. It's just that simple. But y'all I don't get it. I don't get it. Bullying. I'm bullying you to tell you to call into a live show when you living in the comments telling me what I said was wrong and what I said. Come on, bro. Like, stop playing with me. Just call in. It's just that simple. Listen, nothing gets to me. Let me be very clear. Nothing gets to me. My thing is this. Why are you living in the comments when you can simply, the same thing you're doing on your phone, you can call in and say, hey, Scotty, hey, I remember when you said Rashawn McKay, is better. And I'd be like, when did I say that? Tell me when I said that. Just tell me when I said it. It's just that simple, but you can't. That's why you haven't called in. All right, I got a whole bunch of
to the cash.
Hey, caller, hit me up. Are you live? Talk to me.
Hey, Pete, Scotty, what's good, man?
What's good? Talk to me.
Hey, this is Naeem, man, representing DMV. I thought the game was like closer.
Go ahead.
Because of the rain. And I think another thing too, like, you know what I'm saying, the offensive coordinator needs to, you know what I'm saying, he needs to tighten it up. You know what I'm saying? For Jackson State.
For Jackson State?
For Jackson State.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Definitely got to tighten it up.
Okay.
Because third down, I don't think they were creative enough on third down based on the receivers that we got. You know what I'm saying? You that deep at receiver. And then some of the plays that you call behind the line, you know, 92 was dogging. Mm-hmm. 92 for FAMU was dogging. So why you going to, you know, you going to give the ball, try to hand the ball off behind, you know what I'm saying, behind the line. You know what I'm saying? You could have been more creative than that. I didn't like it. Shedeur for his grade, I give him a C-.
Okay, that's real. That's,
you know what I'm saying. The reason why I put him in the C because, like, you know, he put some balls in some tight spaces that you got to have skill to do,
mm-hmm.
right? So the boy got promise. He got skill. That wasn't daddy ball with them throws, right? But the turnovers are unforgivable. You know what I mean? Like
mm-hmm.
a tight game like that could have cost the game. That could have easily been an L. When on the flip side, if you take care of the ball, we could have had more scores, which would have made the game like pretty much out of hand for FAMU, and you know we wouldn't have that drama at the end. But the defense came the ball.
Got you.
You know, so I mean that's pretty much my input. And like what y'all was saying, I watched the round table that you had, right?
Yeah.
And the point that y'all were making about the rain being more beneficial for FAMU came into play because, you know, I think it was a mixture between nerves and then poor execution and then the penalties. You know what I'm saying? Like you got, I don't know how many yards, like about 100 and some yards on penalties for Jackson State.
The all new Google Pixel.
That's, you know, you got to be more disciplined in that because, you know, that will cost you the game. You know what I'm saying? To forget the swag. I'm talking about football, period. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
Period. But that's pretty much, you know what I'm saying, my input. And I appreciate what you do. I do like your show. I'm rocking with Jackson State. I'm not from Mississippi,
mm-hmm.
but, you know, been a Deion fan for, since I could speak words.
Us
see him on screen.
Us bandwagons got to stick together.
Him,
Us
and I like what he's doing for the HBCUs, not just Jackson State, but HBCU, period, for our folks.
Got you. Hey, appreciate the call, my guy.
All right, man. Keep
All right.
doing what
Let me get this. Let me, because I don't. You're not about to. What you won't do is you won't. I don't. Everything I do, I put on wax. Do. We still in here. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I don't. We're not about to do. Do. Let me see this.
Consistency, continuity, you're learning that on the fly in offense in a game. There is no bond that has been built with that offensive team. Now you know what was coming for you. Now you know I had to talk about you, Rashawn. Now I think you're gonna be starting. That's my opinion. So if Cameron Sapp started, sorry, Cameron, I don't know, but I'm talking to you, Rashawn. This is your world. I'm just a squirrel living in it. It's the battle of new QBs. And if you get beat by a freshman, we won't have to say nothing else about that. On Real Talk, though, Rashawn, don't be Superman. Same thing on the other side of the field. You trust your team, trust your playmakers. You don't have to do everything. You just have to be poised, the calming factor of that team, good or bad, just to lead your team to a victory, all right? Make sure you're doing everything right. Make sure you're reading your keys. And this should be a game that you can show your skill set, show why you're the starting quarterback, and maybe possibly come out with the win. Rashawn McKay, it's on you. What you gonna do? All right?
Listen, I put everything I say on wax, my guy. Move along, little boy. Move along, little boy. Move along. Next. Hey, caller, you loud. Talk to me. Move along, little boy. Hey, caller, you loud. Talk to me.
Hey, Scotty.
Yo, what's good?
Hey, man, what's going on?
I'm good. Talk to me. Your background loud as a mug. Where you at? You still at the game?
Yeah, I was at the game.
Yeah. What's good? Talk to me. Hey, you have to call back when your background's not so loud.
You can hear me?
Hey, my guy, you got to call back when your background's not so loud. That junk is hella loud, okay? Hey, caller, you loud. Talk to me.
What's good, Scotty?
What's good? Talk to me.
Nah, I personal opinion, I think Shador played well. Besides the 2 turnovers, that first turnover, you gotta give respect to number 16 for Fam. I don't think he attempted to swipe at his hand, but it looked like he was gonna load up and throw the ball down the field. So I really don't give him that one. But that second one, when he pulled it,
and
that's all Shador. That's all Shador. I think Jackson State gonna be all right. Defense looks great. Offense, I think they're gonna click. You gotta remember that's his first collegiate game. A lot of those kids' first game together, so they're gonna be all right. They threw the ball well. They didn't run the ball well. They really missed Tyson. I think Tyson being hurt them because Tyson got that little speed and that power back. He didn't do too much for my liking. But Jackson State gonna be scared if that defense play like they did tonight. They're gonna be scared because defense wins games. I mean, defense wins championships. Offense just sell tickets, so we're gonna be all right.
Y'all gonna be straight defensively. Y'all gonna be straight. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't run up to the wrong quarterback, y'all gonna be A1 for real. Y'all gonna be A1.
Yeah, but the thing is, like you said before, the SWAC ain't really got good quarterbacks. I mean, Next week they got Tennessee State, and Hickenbottom didn't do nothing against Grambling tonight. So
I think they. I don't think they started. I don't think they started Hickenbottom. I thought the freshman started. Somebody told me a freshman started.
Nah, Hickenbottom played.
Oh wow. Okay.
He played. Yeah, he played. But he didn't start. But he played majority of the snaps.
Gotcha.
But I mean, at the end of the day, like it's gonna get scary. If I'm telling you now, if they go, and it's gonna be a tough one. I'm not gonna say they will, but if they get the offense together and they go beat Tennessee State and they keep it competitive against Monroe, they're going to go 3-1 in the first 4 weeks. They're going to go 3-1. But if they turn around and win all 4 of those games, beware. It's gonna get real scary down there in Jackson, Mississippi.
It will.
That's a good ball club. That's a good ball club. But I'm gonna let you go. That's all I want.
Hey, appreciate the call, my guy. Let me. I know what video he's talking about. I'm about to play it right now. Blue. I kind of got to agree with CFL. I got to go with Rashawn on this one. I got to because of the fact that he's a 4-year guy. Like, so he's been in the program. You know what I'm saying? Like, he might not have had the game. He has some game experience with North Carolina A&T game, the Morgan State game. So he has played at the collegiate level. But I have to go with Rashawn just for, like you said, just a slight edge because of the fact of he has been in the program, in the system, knows Willie, knows the offensive coordinator. Like, he just knows that what they're looking for, what kind of team they have. So I would definitely agree with that. I got to go with Rashawn McKay on this one. Next question, guys. So the question, let's and listen. Like I said, I put everything I said. The question was, what quarterback do you trust more? Not what quarterback is better. Not what quarterback would I pick. I said trust more. And if I trusted a quarterback, I'm going to trust a 4-year starter, a 4-year player in a system. That didn't say that Rashawn was better than the Shador. That's not the question. The question is trust. So as a coach, who would I trust more? I'm going to trust the kid who's a junior in his 4th year in the program. So Joseph missed me with that, my guy. If the question was who would play better, if that was the question, I would give it to you. I would hand it over to you. If the question was who would play better, Scotty, and if I said Rashawn McKay would play better, then I'll give it to you. But that's not the question. The question was, who do you trust more? Try again, my guy. Try again. I told you, everything I keep is on wax, my dude. I keep everything on wax. I'm about this life. You not. Move along, little boy. Hey, what's up, Coach Green? Talk to me.
Oh, let me turn my background down.
All right.
Hey, man. Joseph needs to leave you alone, bro.
I do this.
He never said what he think you said.
Come on, man. I do this. Stop. You need to stop playing with me. I do this. Go ahead.
Hey, I listen to you too much, and you ain't never said that.
Thank you. Thank you.
But anyway, back to this football thing. I'm going to start off with the defense because I'm somebody that like to play defense when it comes to basketball, so I have to start off with the defense. Thurman is very creative. I want to see how creative he could be when they play Alabama A&M. He is very creative. Cam, I knew the kid was good, but I didn't know he was that good. But like you said earlier in the show, you want to see how he do against coverage. But he do got a little honey badger in him. I'll say that. I give him the honey badger.
Definitely.
Yeah. Shiloh, goddamn. Bro, when that receiver or back caught that pass and everybody thought he was about to break loose, he ended that jump like, damn, you ain't going nowhere.
Man, if you would have heard the crowd, bro, the crowd was like, everybody in the crowd was like, ooh, man, listen, that was a showstopper right there.
But when it showed the replay, he read it fast. He read the play so fast. Hey, I'm going like this. He studies the game. He studies the game. Hey, and they ain't really try to test. They ain't test Nuggets really, bro.
No,
they didn't really go after Nuggets.
Yeah, but if I'm Rashawn McKay, I wouldn't throw at Nugget either. I could barely throw a 5-yard hitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
Who that is? Who you said?
I said Rashawn McKay.
Who?
Boys.
Bro, I ain't think I'll see nobody worse than Jalen Jones.
Yeah, I'll take Jalen over Rashawn any day. I ain't even gonna hold you. I ain't
Any
even gonna
day,
hold you.
any day of the week.
Any day of the week.
He just took Jalen Jones' place. He need to be in that doghouse.
Yeah, for real.
Transfer portal tomorrow, like you said. Transfer portal tomorrow.
Yeah.
I give Charlotte. I say Charlotte. I give Shador a C- to the simple fact of the 2 fumbles, trying to do too much, and I can actually say this about that. If you watch the documentaries that he did when he was in high school, every time he tried to do too much, his dad used to jump on him about that.
Yeah.
And then he'll calm down. And other thing about the offense, it seemed like they'll open it up. It seemed like they'll open the offense up and then get conservative. Do you agree?
At the worst times, they would do that. I so agree with you, Coach Green. It would be in your red zone, and you've been throwing this thing all around the backyard, and then when you get close to it, you want to be a power team. And I'm like, what is we talking about? What is we doing?
It's like when they hit Rucker. When they hit the Rucker, every time they hit Rucker for big plays, they'll come back and get conservative.
I agree.
And I was like, I was just getting confused. I was like, plus another thing about Rucker, he's like that. I didn't know he was like that, but he's like that. But they just confused me with that jump, man. I was like, open it up, let's go conservative.
Yeah.
But I think Dion was betting on the defense after a while. He started like, you know what? Defense gonna win this game for us. Because it seemed like he had more confidence in his defense than his offense at times.
Yeah.
And defense showed up. So that's the thing that just got me, man. So I was just like, damn. And there's one more thing on my tongue. I can't get it out. And then I'll be done. What you think about the wide receiver from Alabama? And I'm done.
All right, I'm gonna answer your question. Appreciate it. Hey, I like Lotto. All right, I think Lotto he made some tough catches, like stuff that most people would drop or they would back down. He's that dude. Like Lanier Lotto, he's worth the show. He's legit. He's legit. I can't knock nothing. He's legit. All right. So yeah, he's doing something. They need him. They definitely need him. All right. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hey, what up, Scotty?
What's good? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Boy. Hey, it's your boy, the world famous Jamie G checking in from the Jacktown. What's that?
World famous. All right, Jamie, talk to me.
Hey, man, glad we got that win today, though. We look real good on defense, though.
You did.
We really did.
You did.
Just offensive, ball game was kind of sloppy or whatever, but I did expect that from both teams, but I think both defenses really played tough, and it was a real good game. It was a classic, though. That's a classic game. I think I know a lot of people don't like it being a defensive game, but that's the type of game that you would want to expect from Orange Blossom. It's like an instant class. It's going to be even sweeter next year.
Yeah.
It's going to really
turn it up.
It's going to be a really good game hyped up for next year, too.
It is, and I hope they run it back. I really do. I hope they run it back because it'll be a hell of a rematch.
They're gonna run it back. I don't know. I know you was at the game, but I was watching it on TV.
Yeah,
and they already promoting it for next
year.
They already got
Where's it gonna be?
They already got the hotel specials and everything for like $99.
I'm gonna have to be back in Miami. This time, babe, we going to Miami Beach. We ain't doing Yeah, we're not doing Miami. We doing Miami Beach because Miami is different. Listen, Miami Beach is different. Okay, it's there. I'm gonna be on Miami Beach next time. I ain't messing out here in Miami. But yeah, hey, appreciate the call, my guy.
I appreciate you.
All right,
bro.
Jamie G, world famous Jamie G.
All right.
Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Yo, what it do?
What's good? Talk to me.
Hey. The only thing I gotta say is I'm a Mississippi Delta graduate, and y'all gonna stop disrespecting Jalen Jones like that because he got us a 31-6 win this weekend. I mean this Thursday, and that's all I gotta say. He should have been replaced Shador. If not replacing him,
Negative.
Should have
back him up.
They should have just did a little scheme where they just had him in there.
Negative.
Up there,
Negative.
Shador out there.
Nah. Nope. Listen. He's good, my guy. He's good. He's good. Nah, we're good. We're good on that one. We're good on that one. Appreciate the call, though.
No,
appreciate the call. Nah, we're not. That's a negative, my guy. We not. No. No. We're not doing that. Not even a little bit. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Scotty, what's going on, man?
What's good? Is this Perry? Sound like you, Perry.
This is me.
What's good? Talk to me.
You got my voice down by now, huh?
Yeah. You already schooled me once on my channel, so I kind of know when you call it in. Talk to me.
No, man, it's all love.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
You know, you getting your swag hours up, baby.
Hey, man, listen. Come on, man. I know you told me early in the season, you was like, you got to go to a game, Scotty. You can't say you the voice of nothing or the swag, or you can't be if you ain't go to a game. So I went to a game, stayed at the whole halftime, watched the 0 quarter. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I was there, baby. I was there. So at least give me about.
Don't let FAMU band be a representation of the swag. They getting their swag hours in just like you as well.
Oh God,
they got to live and learn the same way.
It was not pretty. It was not pretty. Listen, like I said, I don't know nothing about the bands, but all I know is one got washed, and I mean washed like for real. But go ahead, P.
But overall, for you. You know, now that you attended your first swag game, what did you think overall? Just the atmosphere, these two story programs, and in the game that you saw. What did you think overall?
I would say I expected the game to be a little bit more packed than what it was. It definitely wasn't as packed as I thought it was going to be. Listen, there's nothing like being around your own. You know, like good or bad, good, bad, or indifferent. There's nothing like seeing 30, 40,000 black people just having a good time, enjoying the music. I mean, come on, they played Lift Every Voice and Sing. That thing was like 3 hours long, but only at a black event, baby. You know, that thing was so long. I forgot.
We call it the National Black Anthem.
The National Black Anthem. Listen, bro, I'm telling you, bro. It was like 3 hours. I forgot how long that song was. So you had that. The band was playing. When Atlanta A&T FAMU was playing some gospel songs and something like that. They had a little bit of Flight of the Bumblebee. You know what I'm saying? You know, a little something. So, but it was great, man. But listen, the Boom. Listen, respect. Got to give it to them. I got to give it to them for real. They did their thing. They did their thing for real.
Yeah, you know, I watched the game, man. I was off top. I think just like anybody else and everybody that called, you had to be impressed with what you saw with Jackson State's defense. And then you just looked around at Florida A&M and you were wondering when they was going to pull the trigger on McKay and pull him out of the game.
Whew.
I think by the time, I'm not sure, who was that other quarterback that came in, the white guy? I'm not sure of his name.
I don't.
But I know it just seemed like, huh?
I don't know his name either. That's what I was just saying. I don't know his name either.
It seemed like they put him in a little too late for him to kind of get started to where he needed to be in that game.
Exactly.
I think they wasted a lot of time with McKay, but of course, McKay was the guy who got you dubs before. But against this defense, he just really he didn't look too polished and he looked uncomfortable out there. And I think and one thing I think a lot of people have not noticed with Willie Simmons and FAMU has been something that has haunted him before. Clock management. Clock management has hurt him. Use of timeouts and clock management. And clock management seemed to be what hurt Florida A&M late in that game in terms of getting the plays off and getting communication. That's something that I think that is just a couple years ago when Florida A&M and Jackson played in Tallahassee, Florida A&M had an opportunity to go down and spike the ball and get ready for a field goal.
Yeah.
Willie Simmons and clock management is the reason Jackson State won that game 18-16.
Gotcha.
Same thing similar to this game, just bad clock management. But overall, I thought you saw a defensive battle. A lot of people don't like defensive battle games. It becomes boring. You start to wonder, we like the ooh and ah, we like the offense, we like the touchdowns, but I thought it was a great start for national television for both programs. Hey, man, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a great way to welcome FAMU in. It was a great way to welcome you in.
Yes.
So, in order to have that showing, I think as the season progressed, Jackson State looked like the continuity between them and those players, it'll continue to grow. You saw a lot of guys that have to grow and learn how to play with each other, but Jackson State and Deion Sanders, they said wait till the fall. I'm not a Jackson State fan by far, but I waited till the fall. Deion Sanders got the dub, and I have to take my hats off to him. Now, can you be consistent with those dubs? I think, will this team continue to grow together? I'll be interested to see what this team look like by October going into November.
No, and if this is my thing, all right, and this is really, really, really my thing. If this, I'm gonna say this, the SWAC has to keep up with the play calling, right? What I've noted, and this is my thing, when I was watching FAMU compared to Jackson State, now granted they win a lot of base. FAMU did a lot of base defenses. I mean, with Shedeur, you cannot do that. His IQ is just too high. It's just too high. Like, he's been around football his whole freaking life. His dad is a Hall of Famer. His IQ is legit. You cannot just line up. Legit just line up in front of him and say, okay, this is what we're going to play. It's not going to work with him. You have to be Dennis Thurman ×2 just to give it a different, literally, just do something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, if I'm being 100% honest, if Shedeur was on the whole game, if he was on the whole game, this game is not even a discussion that Jackson State walks away with this game. Moon walks away from this game. But FAMU kept the game close simply by Shedeur's mistakes. Simply by Shedeur's mistakes is what kept, them getting 4th and 1 stops and all that stuff kept them in the game. But if we're being honest, it was Jackson State's game to lose, and they almost lost it. That's the crazy thing. They almost lost it. But going forward, I think teams have to understand, you cannot just line up in front of, unless you have the players up front to really just be like, yo, we're better than them. You can't do that. You can't line up in front of Shedeur, stay where you're at, and then think he's not going to pick you apart, because he will. Simple. He will.
And I think that's going to be the next thing as the season progresses. Now that there's film, I don't think Florida A&M and most of us knew what to expect from Jackson State, except for what Deion said with, I'm going to have some dogs in the fall. We're going to be a different team. But in terms of the schemes, what you were looking for offensively and defensively, we really didn't know what we were going to see today. And I think it caught a lot of people like, okay, this is what it is. As the season progressed, do they stick to the same script, or do they continue to evolve with what they have? And I think that's going to be the bigger thing once coaches start to get the film, they start to review the film, they start to see what this team really is. What is Jackson's identity? I think right now, Jackson doesn't really have an identity. They're going to try to base it off of defense, because as great as Schroeder played today, they still put up 7 points. They missed the field goal, and you're going to have to get some points on the board later down the line in terms of making a deep run in November if you're looking for a SWAC championship run. I don't think just beating FAMU puts you in the driver's seat, but it definitely puts you at the top of the leaderboard right now. But as it involves, because I really think Akil Glass and Alabama A&M's defense, Alabama's A&M's defense is nowhere near going to be able to keep up with Jackson State.
Not even
close. That's going to be one of those games you're going to have to outscore each other. And if I have to put Sanders and Akil Glass on the field, it says whose offense is going to do better. You tell me, who do you think?
Oh, you said offense?
Yeah, if you put those two offenses on the field and you say these two teams are going to have to outscore each other, as good as we see the receivers, as good as the pocket presence we saw of Lil Sanders today, who would you rock with?
I'm rocking with Akil. And the reason I'm rocking with Akil is not because it's because Akil and Connell. that blending, that understanding, I feel Connell is going to come up with something creative enough to expose what Jackson State doesn't do well, which is protect the middle of the field. They do not protect the middle of the field very well. And if you would have gave Junior some time and Willie Simmons some time to really pick those seams apart, you would have seen it. So now outside throws, that's a tough, like that's where I think quarterbacks are not going to be very confident with, unless you're feeling you got a nice little scheme or whatever. But them outside throws are going to be difficult. But this is the thing with Shedeur and his receivers. He can go five. Listen, you can scheme up for 5 wide, but you can't scheme up for special. And them receivers, they go get the ball. That's special. So it is. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, you can call up the it's like what Kobe. People Kobe say, great offense beat great defense any day. Like a great shot beats great defense. My thing is this: you can scheme it up perfectly, but them receivers, they're special. They're going to Keith Corbin, Lanier. They're going to do something like you're like, damn, like I called the perfect play. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they still caught the ball. I think you're going to get a lot of that.
Let me ask you this. When you look at the receiving core of A&M, who was special in the spring and, of course, before, and had, a lot of people spoke highly of them, and you look and you saw from Jackson State receiving core today, where would you put one before two?
Man, I think it's like 1A, 1B, if I'm being honest. I think it's one. I really do. And the only thing that gives 1A to Akil is because Akil's throwing to him. But if I'm being 100% real, that receiving core is like, because you can go Zay Lanier, you can go Abdul and Keith, you can go Hilaire with another player, you can go Newman and Juice. You see what I'm saying? Like, and then they got the tight end as well. So they're literally matched up player for like there is a matchup player for player, and the only thing that separates them is the kill. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing that's the only little boost I give it up. But if we're going 1A, 1B, yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be a tough matchup. But what I would like to what I saw from the Jackson State receivers is that they play in the air. They play above the rim. I haven't seen Zay and Abdul play above the rim. They're great. They're great catchers. Like, they do great. They route run really well. They catch the ball really well. But them boys at Jackson State play above the rim. So like Keith and they do. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that makes it just a little bit different. Just a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? But and let me also give Shedeur his credit. He threw some great jump balls. Like, because at the end of the day, when you're a receiver and you feel like I'm better than this corner, I just need you to give me a chance. And I think he did that with a couple of his receivers, like, yo, just show me, make a play for me. You know what I'm saying? And quarterbacks do that.
He did.
And quarterbacks do that. You know what I'm saying? So I like I said, it's 1A, 1B right now. I don't think, if we're talking about receiver wise, I don't think nobody in the SWAC is really seeing these two groups. And I don't think nobody has enough DBs to cover either. I think Jackson State's the only group that can literally go 6 DBs and still be like, yo, it's difficult. You get what I'm saying? So it's tough. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, as I watch Jackson State offense, I will say this: for Schroeder's pocket presence, he looked poised. You saw him go through his progression. Yep. You saw him when he saw his guys. He threw a beautiful deep ball. I give him that. He can put the ball where it needs to go. I'm gonna be amazed at just sitting back and watching his evolution at being a quarterback as he continues to progress with his guys and get that continuity. I didn't have much to say about the game today. There wasn't much to be said except defense. The defense wins games and wins championships for you. And it was a low-scoring 7-6 game. But Deion said, wait till the fall. I was drinking the Kool-Aid. I left veterans. I said it earlier in your show. When Southern and Jackson State played in April, every fan told me, wait till the fall, man. We're going to get it. We're going to have a whole new team. I waited till the fall. And I was not one that thought they were going to beat FAMU today. Mm-hmm. I not initially, but then as the game went on, I said, man, and FAMU gave it. FAMU had ample opportunities to win that game. Mm-hmm. I mean, they had ample opportunities, but it came down to the quarterback play, and it came down to Jackson State defense. They stood tall when it mattered. I'll be interested, like I said earlier, just to watch this team progress. And welcome to the SWAC, baby. That's what it's all about.
Appreciate it.
It's the Orange Blossom Classic. They get better than that. That's just one I think is new between Jackson and FAMU as of today. But I think as you continue to go through the SWAC, and man, you go to these bigger games, you get you a Bayou Classic, a Magic City, you really get a chance to feel the atmosphere and really get a chance to see what the culture is like even more in depth than what you saw at Jackson State and FAMU. So that's pretty much all I had to say, man.
I appreciate it, Mr. Perry. Anytime, my guy.
Oh, no doubt.
Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hey, this is your international caller, Jeff from Germany.
What's good, Jeff?
Hey, man. Hey, earlier during your shows, previous shows, a lot of the Jackson State callers were calling us and saying they were going to go 12-0, and I was laughing at them. But after seeing their defense today, you know what? If the offense can progress and grow and get on the even keel as their defense, I can see them possibly going undefeated this year. The defense, man, this may be potentially Jackson State this year may have one of the greatest defenses that can go up against some of the greatest teams in history. Those boys really came out and showed me something today on the defensive side of the ball. What I'm afraid, though, is if that offense on the offensive side, if they can't progress and get to the same level as the defense, that might cost them a win. And the other glaring weakness that they need to fix is the special teams. The special team needs some help. But as far as that defense, man, them boys come to play. And it's not that. And I saw a lot of the games SWAC teams play this weekend. Not too many offenses that's ready for that defense of Jackson State. Your thoughts?
I don't listen. When you say Jackson State could be the greatest, listen, keep it in perspective. They play in the SWAC. Okay, like you got like we have to set the bar lower because they play in the SWAC. There is really no QB play in the SWAC. There isn't. Like, I'm gonna call it 100, and people can get on here crying, being mad or whatever. Like, I know you can only play who's in front of you, but you don't play anybody. Like, there is no true quarterbacks in the SWAC. All right, other than Akil, like a legit quarterback that you be like, yo, like this dude is legit. Like, that's it. Maybe Ryan Nettles, maybe Jared Brown from Texas Southern, but I'm talking about legit quarterbacks, right? So, will they be the best SWAC defense ever? It's a strong possibility because the quarterback play ain't that good. It really isn't. So it's not to say that they can't make it happen because there's not going to be many quarterbacks that have the confidence to throw against that secondary. And that is what it is. You get what I'm saying? So listen, we have to put it in perspective. Like, if they were if they were able to go to the FCS playoffs and you saw them against other top level teams out of conference, then I would, and they ran the table, then I could be like, yeah, they might be the best FCS defense of all time, like real talk. But until that happens, I only can compare you to the SWAC, and the SWAC don't have nothing really to compare to. So you're literally beating up on teams that don't have a quarterback. Like, they don't have a quarterback. If these teams had like true quarterbacks, then I could really say like, okay, let's see what it's about. Let's match this up. But they don't. So I don't see why Jackson State can't run the table. I really don't, because I mean, if we're compared to SWAC, the only real team you got to get.
I was looking at their schedule. The one team that's going to they got that FBS opponent in UL Monroe. That's going to shine a light on that defense. Show the world how really good they are. If they can shut them down and put that heat on them like they did FAMU today, then we really got something.
But that's not even like ULM. Yeah, like ULM is not. Yes, it's a test because it's an out of conference game, but that's not a real test. Like, a real test is playing FCS teams like South Dakota State, like Sam Houston State, like James Madison. Like those are playing teams that will test you. You know what I'm saying? Like ULM, okay, great, yeah, whoop-de-doo. But once if you lose, let's say you lose at ULM, everybody who in Jackson State gonna be like, oh, well, we were supposed to lose to them. That's what all they're gonna say. Oh, we were supposed to lose to them. I mean, it doesn't matter as long as we win the SWAC. That's all you're gonna hear. That's all you're gonna hear.
Well, that's the mindset they got. That's the one thing that irks me about the SWAC.
So
you can't. You got to take those games. And I hope it's instilling this in its players Just because it's an out-conference FBS opponent, we just can't come in there with the mindset, oh well, if we lose, oh well. No. This is a new day and era.
So what I can say, and this is my last one. I gotta let you go. What I can say is that if you're gonna say they're the best, they'll probably be the best SWAC defense of all time. I could probably give you that. Potentially, yeah, I can give you that. As long as you keep it within the SWAC. If you keep it within the SWAC or HBCU football, if you keep it in HBCU football, all right, cool, granted,
now, the way it's set up, they have no chance to play the other FCS opponents.
Yeah, so I that's it. I mean, it is what it is. You just if they're probably the greatest SWAC defense of all time. It's possible top 5, top 3. Yeah, most definitely. I appreciate the call, my guy. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
You talking to me, man?
What's up? You live. Talk to me.
Yeah, man. I want to talk about as far as the Jackson State and Shadua. Now, I want to ask you 2 questions.
Go ahead.
About the game, right? Now, the first question I want to ask you this. The first question I want to ask you about the other, I think Shiloh. Shiloh. That's the one on the defensive side, right?
Yeah.
Shiloh. All right. So first, I want to say I think he did a great game today, right?
Yep.
And what I want to ask you about him is this. So let's say he finishes out, he plays, well, let's say 2 or 3 more years there. He goes to the NFL draft, and I don't see there's no reason he could make it as a first round pick. But just because he's playing FCS level, that might be the case. Let's say he doesn't get drafted as high as the first round, the second round. Who would you blame in that situation?
His measurables.
Like what would you say is more of his fault for leaving South Carolina? Like, would you think that this decision was a good decision for him to do that?
No.
Or do you think it would have been better for him to stay at South Carolina?
It would have been better for him to stay at South Carolina.
So, what made you think, like, other than that being his dad and everything, do you think there was any other factors? Were there any chances that he wasn't going to start? Was he not going to start? Because I know he was playing at South Carolina, but what do you think made him, truly leave? Because I know, like you say, ACC football, but it's like FCS. Just to jump from you being at a Power 5, a great program like that, to jump to FCS.
I think simply it was just his dad. His dad being the head coach. I mean, he knew he was going to play. He knew he was going to get time. Listen, I don't care what you want to say. He played at the Power 5 level, so he's an asset. If anybody on this defense is an asset, it's Shiloh. He's played at the highest level. He was comparable. He wasn't a scrub. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have no stats. You know what I'm saying? So he's a help. I don't care what you want. You call him whatever. He helps your defense, point blank, period. So he's an asset.
But I'm saying, do you think that hurt his, or him? I'm sure he's gonna get drafted. But do you think that hurt him as far as being a high draft pick?
Yeah,
as making that move.
Yes, because you dropping down to lower level competition. I mean, it is what it like. If everybody sees the FCS as lower level competition, especially in the SWAC, you demoted yourself. So you gotta be twice as dominant to show that you can play at the NFL level. Come on, man.
Okay. And the next question I'm gonna ask you. Now, a lot of people are saying that this game right here, of course, is on ESPN, and a lot of broadcasters, people don't normally watch HBCU football and, or FCS level in general. They tune into this game, and a lot of people saying that, this game was very, very poorly played with a lot of, penalties, undisciplined, and they said like this just wasn't a good game. Whereas if you want to show that HBCU football is real football, this just wasn't like, like the playing standards and how it went just wasn't good overall on both sides, on both teams, both sides of the ball, So could you agree to that, or do you think that this game was good broadcasting for them, or as like to show that we are here, or do you think that they could have done a lot better, with how they played for us with penalties and being disciplined and stuff like that?
All right, I'm gonna answer your question. I'm gonna let you go. All right, appreciate it, my guy. All right, so to answer this question, I think overall it was a good showing because you saw the talent that Jackson State brought in and you saw it live in person because everybody wanted the hype. Yo, the SWAC got to do something with these refs. I don't care what you gotta. If you gotta go to the Salvation Army line, if you gotta go to the soup kitchen, if you gotta go to, a staffing agency, you just gotta get better refs. I don't know what they be on, man. They I don't know if they be sipping with the crowd before the game. I just don't know what it is, bro. Like, they are god awful. Okay, awful. Other than that, if this, listen, and let's be 100% real right here. In the comments, y'all can agree or disagree. If this was a Power 5 game between Alabama and Clemson, everybody would say it was the best game in the world. Can we agree to that? Just because it was in the SWAC, people are going to be like, well, that's just bad football. No. Like, if it's all about headlines. It's all about how you look at it. If this was in a Power 5 conference and it was University of Miami and Alabama, if they went 7-6, everybody would be up in arms. Oh my God, that was the best game ever. Miami was this close. They brought their backup in. De'Aaron King was garbage. They brought their backup in to try to win the game. Oh my freaking God, it was so awesome. But yet and still, you see this in a SWAC game and they're like, oh, this is just bad football. This is just horrible football. No, my God. No. It was, was it rusty? Yes, it was rusty football. They hadn't played in a year and a half in the offensive team, did the same thing. So for the time they were off and for Jackson State not having the chemistry, come on, man. Like, let's be real. Like, this was a good game. Like, it was a good game to watch. Now, Willie Simmons leaving Rashawn McCain as long as it was, that Bama needs to be checked. If his blood pressure was low, if he didn't eat some sugar pills or something, because his mind was not on the game. Because listen, Ray Charles could have seen that McCain couldn't make a pass. Do you hear me? Okay? Ray Charles would have been like, get that man out the game. No. He can't throw. Because, literally, it was bad. It was that bad. Listen, I'm going to take a few more callers. I'm going to try to get some people I haven't seen before. All right? Hey, caller, you loud. Talk to me.
I want to disagree with what you just said about the Alabama and Clemson, if they were to do that, or Georgia and Clemson game. Mostly because when you look at Jackson State has one of the highest recruiting classes, in the FCS, correct? So, Shador Sanders. Now, I know a lot of times she would say stuff like, well, Mac Jones, she would say, Mac Jones or Tua, if they were put on any other team, they wouldn't be as good as how they looked at Alabama, correct? Because they got all these star wide receivers and they got the star players. And if they were to get put somewhere else, they wouldn't do as good as a freshman. And, just like Mac Jones is highly recruited, Shador was highly recruited. The receivers they have on the staff at Jackson State and a lot of the players they have are highly recruited. You got a lot of transfers, like they were talking about that one guy, the kid that walked on at Alabama.
Hey, sir, listen. You got to get to the point, my guy. There's a lot of people on hold. Get to your point.
Okay, the point I'm saying is I believe that it was just overall a bad game because, and I don't think that you can compare that to the Georgia thing because those guys are at the top of the league and it's more or less they have something to prove to people. So when you're trying to prove something to the people, you have to be sharp. And I think what Shador was doing and, how he was playing as far as the quarterback situation over on FAMU side, I think they wasn't good. They didn't play good at all, And it wasn't the fact that, it was a big robbery, but they were equal to level. Of course, if you look at player by player, Jackson State has more the better recruits.
Hold up. You're not making any sense. Because if there was a Clemson in Georgia, hold up. That boy from Clemson played horrible. Okay, the quarterback from Clemson, DJ, whatever his name was, he did not have a good game. He didn't play very well, and people still said that was a good game. Rashawn McCain did not play well. All right, they still were in the game. Just because the talent level is different, bad football is bad football, my guy. It doesn't matter what level you're playing on. I don't care if you got all 5 stars on the field. If it's still bad football, it's still bad football. Literally the same situation can go both ways. JT Daniels wasn't all world. He wasn't all world, and he still got the job done.
Tell me why they weren't. But if you look at the penalties, look at why they weren't. Why wasn't the Clemson quarterback? What was his problem compared to what was the situation over at
DJ got sacked over 6 times in that game. He never got rid of the ball. That's bad quarterbacking on top of the fact that you couldn't block nobody. What are you talking about right now when it comes to bad football games, my guy? Make your point clear.
Okay. That's exactly what I'm saying is that these guys, we're already watching these guys. That's what I'm basically saying. So they don't have nothing to prove. We understand that Clemson and Georgia are the biggest, in the battle. Just like if you look at an NFL game, they have tons of bad games, but at the same time, we have to understand that this is that level. So they have something to prove. HBCU, they want the TV time, so you would think that at the game that's getting broadcasted the most, you want to be sharp. You want to make some of these passes, some of these throws, and not look sluggish, because now you got all these white people, and all I'm saying, this is why they should never be playing anyway. They suck, and that's what all of them saying. And yeah, they might not understand the fact that what you're saying, it happens the same thing, but they're not going to try to hear that. They're not trying to hear that excuse.
Bro, if your mindset is already stuck on the fact because the SWAC football sucks, that their football is worse than Power 5 football, then there's no change in your mind. All I'm saying is, listen, I listen to you. What I'm saying to you is that bad football, no matter what the level is on, is bad football. It doesn't matter if you're on a Power 5 level or if you're on a D3 level. Bad football is just bad football. Okay, that's it. So if you can call the Clemson and Georgia game where that boy from DJ looked awful, god awful, Rashawn McKay looked awful, god awful. Don't tell me that's the best game of the season and then come back and tell me in the SWAC game it's the worst game of the season. It don't work that way, my guy. It just doesn't.
Well, let me ask you this: Georgia and Clemson, they don't have nothing to prove. They getting all the TV time, so it don't matter how many bad games.
What does TV time have anything to do with bad football? It doesn't make sense. You the one calling in with your dumb points, man. Oh my God, you so dumb. You so dumb. God, dog. He's so dumb, man. God, what is playing in front of a TV have anything to do with bad football? Come on, man. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hey, what's up, man? It's Damien from Houston. What's going on?
Talk to me.
Man.
Hey, you're breaking up. Okay, go ahead. Now you're good. You're good now. Go ahead.
SWAC football as a whole is terrible. It's trash. Let's just admit it. Whatever that last caller was saying, SWAC football is trash. It's been trash for years, and it's never going to change. Now, Dion, I'm disappointed in Dion because he hyped these boys up all year, talking about how good they were, number one FCS class in the country, and all that good stuff. But Shedeur, he's good, but he's average. I mean, he has an average arm. He really can't move. He really can't run. I mean, if you watch these other top talents in the country, they are far better. You can see the arm talent. You can see the things that they offer. You know what I'm saying?
Sir, let me
go ahead.
Hold on. Listen. Let me ask you, are you a football fan, or do you watch football to understand the concepts, the schemes and stuff like that? There's two different things. You could be a fan of a game, or do you actually watch the game?
No, I watch football.
You sure? Because you can say, listen, if you're saying the SWAC has trash football, it's only because the talent level that you're used to seeing at a Power 5 level isn't down at the SWAC, right? And yes, are some things wrong with it? Yes. But at the end of the day, you can still have good football, right? You can still play good football, see good football schemes, see good football concepts, even with lackluster players. And if you can sit on this phone right here and tell me that what Deion Sanders said about the hype on his team is not real, you don't know football. I'm so sorry to tell you, because you saw the potential of what Jackson State could be. What you saw today was missed opportunities. But if you saw the game, if you literally watched the game, you're like, wow, if they get this thing together, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem.
Well,
Go ahead.
Well, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but let me say this. I guess from my perspective, and from what I was believing from Deion, was this was going to be a FBS level squad where we're going to see that type of execution. We're going to see just a whole nother type of ball game compared to what we used to see in the SWAC, right? I don't believe we saw that. Now, maybe they can grow to that point, but just from the first game out, I didn't see that. You know what I'm saying? So you do have some points. You do have some points where, you know, you can see some quality football from some players. And we did see that from, you know, his son at the safety, you know, some corners, some D-line play. You saw some good players out there. But I guess my level of expectations was so high. Maybe I made that mistake.
Listen.
Maybe I should maybe dumb it down a little bit compared to what the SWAC is.
Listen,
but
sir,
that's what I'm saying.
Sir, execution at all levels is hit or miss. That is what the difference between a great team and a good team is. Execution. That has nothing to do with talent. Execution has everything to do with making the right play call and having a player do his job, right? So it doesn't matter if the quarterback is a 5-star quarterback, doesn't matter if he's a 3-star quarterback. Execution is just purely doing what your job is supposed to do at the time it's supposed to be done. That's all it is. It does not matter about levels. Stop making it about that. The only difference between Power 5 and SWAC is the talent. That is it. Execution. Look, I can take a SWAC team, right? And take them up to Power 5. And if they execute better than a Power 5 conference, I would probably win the game. Because I'm converting third downs, I'm converting first downs, and they're not. Execution is part of football on all levels. Can we please stop beating this dead horse, because y'all don't know what y'all talking about.
I feel you on that, man. I feel you on that. I'm just saying, like, it's just, you know, maybe I have my just perception of SWAC, because I'm kind of like you. I'm kind of new to the SWAC. I've never really been a believer in watching SWAC football, so I kind of have this negative perception of the SWAC. But at the same time, you're right. Execution is important, no matter what level it is, right?
Exactly.
But I just need to tone down my expectations of what I was expecting from JSU.
I would agree with you on that. I would listen. Even in a relationship, unrealistic expectations will get your feelings hurt. Okay. If you think your girl's gonna cook every day and she don't, you're gonna be upset. No, I'm dead ass. I'm being real, bro. I'm being unrealistic expectations in anything is gonna get your feelings hurt, or you're gonna get mad for the thoughts that you had in your own head. You can only take a team and you're like, okay, Deion, you said this is gonna be this. Okay, show me it's gonna be that. Then I can be like, oh shoot, okay, that's not that bad.
And you know what? With the defense, I've seen that. You know, you saw a glimpse of greatness, right? You saw. You know, when you saw all the D-line standing up and moving around, like, damn, that's some nice shit from Dennis Thurman. He really showed me some things. And, you know, the offense was just, you know, the O-line that you saw bad habits, guys not really communicating and different things. I'm like, what's going on? Like,
that's on all, listen.
You want to see those things?
No, listen, sir. No, that's on all levels. But listen, bad execution happens at the NFL level. If you're a Cowboys fan and listen to Jason Garrett talk as a coach, he's going to say this 20 times. We just didn't execute. We just didn't execute. That's on every level. Stop saying that word. Stop saying it.
That's true.
Stop saying it.
I don't know, man. Deion just had
gotta let you go. Gotta let you go. There's too many people on hold. Gotta let you go, my guy. I'm so sorry. Gotta let you go. Oh my God, you guys are killing me today for real. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
What's going on, off script?
Talk to me. What's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Dorian calling from DMV.
DMV, you're good with me.
Yeah, look, I don't know what everybody else talking about. but I'm gonna just set the facts straight. This game was literally the same as Clemson versus Georgia. So for everybody else trying to call it trash, like y'all clearly haven't watched the other games. It's literally the same thing. This don't make no sense. Like, why y'all calling me and trying to clown HBCU football like it's something different? Like, the Penn State game was just literally the same. Like, we could go down the line. But what all I'm going to say is that, look, Jersey definitely got some problems to fix. Star Shador is what we thought it was. He's still a freshman.
Facts.
And he's probably not ready. And I watched what you said earlier. You know, you said that, you know, maybe he went to go play for his dad because he knew his dad was going to start. I mean, that's clearly the issue. Yeah. No competition. This is what it breeds. He fumbled the ball. I mean, he created rookie mistakes. Now, preferably, he get it together. That's my prayer for him, that he get it together. But JSU defense is solid. Don't care what nobody else say. It is solid. I think we got some people that's going to go to the league.
Okay. Appreciate the call, my guy.
All right.
Man, listen, bro. Y'all getting on here. Listen, and anybody watching my channel longer than a day knows I go hard on the SWAC. But at the same time, the reason I go hard on the SWAC is because of how they view their conference. Not because of the football, not because of the talent. It's because of how they view their conference. They be like, oh, the SWAC is the best. And I'm like, the SWAC ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, their conference. Not the football. Listen, everybody has their flaws. I get on SWAC fans because of how they view their conference as being an all-beater, all-world. No, you're not. You're not. Okay, let's bring the expectations back down. That's the only thing I get on them. But if it's football, listen, that's football. Execution, bad plays, that's all part of football. That's life. That is life. All right, listen, guys. I'm gonna take a few more callers. I'm gonna take a call I know, and then I'm gonna take a couple calls I haven't seen before. All right. So, Dan, what's good? Talk to me. I know you're gonna be a funny one. Talk to me, my guy.
Man, I'm not even gonna be funny. It's just, man, did everybody watch the same damn game? Are we even gonna talk about the lack of adjustments from Simmons?
Ooh, they don't want to.
Are we gonna talk about how you sitting here showing them what you gonna do? As far as you only rushing 4.
Come on, man.
Not blitz, not one. Well, when you did blitz, you did actually got to Shador.
Yeah.
Because he's actually not mobile.
Oh, he's slow as dirt. Boy, he's slow as my last. He's slow as
exactly. I'm like, and then when you did bring more than 4 people, you would actually show them you're bringing them. You would not actually, surprise them with any kind of blitz.
Yeah.
And this is the crazy part. And this is what made me mad. And this is what made Gatney or whatever his name look better than what he is. How the hell you gonna let Jackson State overload your right? You're blocking back in the backfield is on the left, and you never look to the right that one time. And this is like 4 or 5 plays in a row.
Dan.
Where the guy just came in untouched. Literally untouched.
Hey, but now it's Gaddy the truth though.
Man, please. And then I'm like literally looking at, like, you're on TV looking at the quarterback. I'm like, look to the damn right. They just came from the right like 3 or 4 times in a row. Your damn back, he's on the left. Break his ass over. What the hell are you doing?
Dog.
What are you doing?
It is.
And they just didn't make any kind of adjustments.
No.
And my thing is, I think Jackson State defense is, this good or whatever. But, like, could we really measure them off this game? Because there was, like, a lot of stuff, fam, you didn't do.
So
there was a lot of stuff, fam, didn't do.
I'm glad you said that, Dan, because and once again, I'm not taking away from anything from Jackson State because they got the dub, and that's what matters, right?
Exactly.
But I'm a stand by this. If that white boy plays the half, it's a different game. I don't care what
exactly.
If that white boy plays the half, because Jackson State really didn't do nothing in the third quarter. Definitely didn't do nothing in the fourth. Definitely didn't do nothing in the fourth. So, you know what I'm saying? So it was some bad play calling too in the fourth quarter by Dion. The play caller. But if that white boy plays the third quarter and the fourth quarter, I think you have a different game. I really do. And it might just be straight field goals. It might be 12-7. You know what I'm saying? It didn't have to be a touchdown.
Exactly.
The way the game was going, field goals, that block field goal at the end of the half was huge. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's little things like that, execution, that is the difference between a win and a loss. But go ahead, Dan. I love your points, man. I love you.
Man, not to mention is like when, like with the whole, like with Jackson State, like with Fam.
Yeah.
Now their running backs, they had some nice runs that game. Quite frankly, they was getting like 4 or 5 yards per run. I'm trying to figure out, like, now when Jackson State face, a lot of the bigger, better running backs, how are they going to stop that or whatever, or are they going to adjust or whatever?
Yeah.
And like you said, when they start facing quarterbacks, everybody keep talking about A&M defense. Their defense going to let you score. Ooh. Their whole thing is, can you outscore them?
Ole.
Nobody has outscored them.
Yeah, you're not.
They always step up and outscore you.
Yeah.
The whole thing is, you got a good defense, but once they spread your ass out, can you outscore them?
That's literally what it is, and I think that matchup is you're gonna see a kill at his best, and you're gonna see Jackson State at their best. You know what I'm saying? But are you gonna get tendencies by that time of the game? You probably will. They'll probably figure out some tendencies. But I'm telling you, that game is gonna be great. That game is gonna be a great. I'll call that game when it gets here. I won't put my prediction or score in it. But Dan, I love the call, my guy. Appreciate.
Yeah, hold on. I got one more point. One more point.
Do you think
with the whole Power 5 thing? Just because you Power 5 don't mean hell you necessarily gonna have good football.
Yeah.
It's not like everybody breaking their neck to go see the University of Kansas play.
Facts.
Or Vanderbilt.
Facts.
And other schools. I mean, we only see, the big schools, the Bamas and Clemsons every week on TV and think all Power 5s are like that. No, they're not. And you're not going to always get football like that.
Yeah.
And everybody want to associate that like the SWAC being bad, really, because it's a black conference.
Yeah.
It's just like if a black business do something wrong with your order one time, all hell going to break loose. People going to go make Facebook posts, all that kind of stuff. McDonald's can fuck up your order 3 times that week. You ain't going to say shit. But go right back.
Love me some McDonald's. Oh, that's facts. That is facts. That is facts. Hey, appreciate the call, Dan.
But one more thing. What if Quincy Casey would have played? What would the score be looking like?
If who played?
If Quincy Casey would have started for Jackson State, how do you think this game would have been?
Not even close. This Jake would have been like 28-3 before half. And it's not, listen, and that's no shot at Shador, but you have to understand Quincy he's been in this moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't
exactly.
Now, I don't know how the rain would have affected Quincy. I have to be honest. I don't know how the rain would have affected Quincy Casey. But you talking about bombing it, it would have been bombs over Baghdad. QC would have bombed over Baghdad, that whole thing. And he's faster than Shador. You see what I'm saying?
And not just bombing it, but Shador, a lot of Shador's passes just throw it up there and let motherfucker go get it.
Listen, as a receiver, I'll take that.
But I digress. You'll take it.
Oh, no.
But let's not try to sit here and make like Shador is the most accurate person we've ever seen.
Listen, okay. I listen, and I'm not a Shador fan. Okay, I'm not a Shador, but I have to give him. Listen, I'm objective. I have to give him credit as a receiver. I love those balls. No homo, right? If you just throw it up, and you trusted me to go make a play, that's what receivers want. They want that opportunity so I can show off my skill set. You get what I'm saying? So I can't get mad at Shador for giving his receivers an opportunity to go make a play. That's what a quarterback's supposed to do.
Yeah, but I disagree with you making him the number 2 quarterback. Quite frankly, the quarterback at UAPB is better. I think as of now, Nettles might be a little bit better, even though he didn't do all that yesterday. But that,
I can't
to me,
say that
that's the offensive coordinator.
I can't say it. And listen, those guys like Jawan Pass from PV, right? He played Texas Southern, but his stat line is pretty comparable. But the rest of those guys' stat lines, they're all game managers. If we're basing it off the stat line, they're all game. Shador, game manager. Skylar Perry, game manager. Jawan Pass, he seems a little special with his stat line. I didn't get to watch the whole game, but based off his stat line, it's a little special or whatever. And people in my comments talking about Shador went 17 to 24, 70% completion rating. Well, when you go 5 wide and you throwing digs and you're doing digs and routes and drag routes,
thank you.
You can hit that every day. So let's not. What I'm saying to you is the throws that Shedeur did over 20 yards. I will give him an A for him. And I know people going to shoot me in the. I will give him an A for the throws he did over 15 to 20 yards because one, he gave his receiver a chance to go get him, and two, the one he threw to Lotto was spot on. I mean, like,
now that one was.
It was nice. It was nice. So I have to give him an A for that. You know what I'm saying? I'll give him an F for the turnover. So that's how, to me, I come out with a C minus, C plus. That's where I'm in. That's where I'm in between there. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So I gotta do that. But I gotta let you go, Dan. I got a lot of people on call.
I got you.
All right, man. Preach. Let me see, man. I got 13 people on this call, man. Listen, I got 13 people on the call. I'm taking 2 more callers. I'm gonna ask a couple. Listen, somebody in the comments gonna have to do something because I don't want to. Somebody gonna have to do something. All right, I'm only picking 2 people up in here. So it's the 14 people up in here. I'm trying to figure it out. Y'all battle it out or something. I don't know. Fight over the death. All right. If you have something to say and you really, really want to talk, super chat some money with your last 4, and I will make sure you get on the line. I'm only taking 2 callers. There's 14 people on the line. All right. I'm only taking 2 more callers. All right. So super chat me something. I will pick you and we're out the door. I'm only taking 2. All right. I'm only taking 2. So it can be $1. It can be $2. It can be $3. If you really feel you have something to say. All right. Oh, shoot. Blue said whoever sends the highest super chat. Hey, give me the money, Blue. Give me the money. All right. Give me the money. All right. So, yeah. So if you're not going to super chat anything, just go ahead and hang up. It's cool. It's cool. All right. So just go ahead and hang up. I want to know who wants to really say something. I'm only taking 2 callers. So I'm just going, listen, I am with it. So until that happens, I'm going to talk about the game, right? So my thing is this with the Shedeur, and we're going to stick on Shedeur for a little bit. I'll give Shedeur, like I said, an A for the throws over 15 to 20 yards because he did what as a receiver. As I played receiver. All right, Ryan Brown. What's your last 4, Ryan Brown? What's your last 4, Ryan Brown? Come on now. You can't super chat me something and not. You have to put your last 4 digits in the super chat. All right. 3. Okay, I got you. I'm picking you. I don't see you though. Oh, here it is. I got you. All right, Ryan. What's good? Talk to me.
Hey, Scotty.
Yes, sir. Talk to me.
All right, man. First off, man, I'm glad you went to the game, man, and you actually was there to experience what was going on.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It was fun.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I thought the defense of Jackson State was great. Offense definitely left a lot to be desired. But I feel like as the season progressed, Jackson will get a little bit better. Shedeur will get more comfortable. The whole offense as a whole will get more comfortable. First of all, what's your thoughts on that?
I agree with you. I think as time goes on, the chemistry with the offense is just going to build and build. Because listen, if I'm Deion, I'm walking into my Monday meeting. I'm like, guys, that game shouldn't even been close. No. I don't care about the win. We was going to win regardless. What I'll be telling my boys is this game shouldn't even been as close. All right.
I agree.
It shouldn't even been as close. Like for real. Like we shouldn't even. I'll be like, we should have beat these boys by at least 30. Easy. You feel me? So that's what it is for me. So hold on real quick. Hey, Kenneth, you're the last caller. So everybody else, if your last 4 is not 0000, go ahead and hang up. All right. Kenneth, you're the last caller. So, and if your last 4 is not 0000, you're gone. All right. I'm just telling y'all right now. But go ahead. Finish your thing.
Scotty, what you thought about Gaddy?
I
thought he made play. I thought he was decent.
No, listen, he wasn't bad. Gaddy was not bad. Right. I think he's an athlete. Listen, I'm gonna call him Jordan Lewis's second cousin, right? And the reason I say that is because He's super athletic. But you really see he's big. Yeah, he's big. I mean, I hope he's big. He's like 6'4", 6'5". But what I'm saying is that when he's blocked head on, he does not have any moves. Go watch the film. I made sure I tuned in to Gaddy because I talked to his dad and everything. If you watch the film, Gaddy is not that guy when he's blocked head up. When he's blocked head up, he's not that guy. He does not have the moves. Now, if you let him come free, he's a problem. He will disrupt anything. You have to block him. Now, I would like Jordan Lewis is the same way for me. You know what I'm saying? Like Jordan Lewis, if you let Jordan Lewis come off the edge by like not blocked, you're gonna have a problem. But if you block Jordan Lewis, he doesn't have great technique to just beat you with his hands and get off the block. That's all I'm saying. But listen, Gaddy is a problem because if you try to go sideline to sideline on Gaddy, he'll run you out. He'll stretch the play out. He'll do what he's supposed to do. But is he Von Miller? No. Is he one of the Bosa boys from Ohio? No. He's not. He's not that guy when it comes to like if you line up and block him head up. He's probably going to lose more times than he wins. I'm going to be honest with you. But he does his job very well, and he's a great hustle player. He's a great hustle player. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Scotty, last thing, please. What was going on with Four? Like I didn't see him like he was out the game like half of the
cramping.
time.
He was cramping.
What was going on?
He was cramping.
I thought it was something else. Like, damn, I'm like, damn, why Duncan ain't in the game?
Yeah, he was cramping a lot.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, man.
No
Appreciate
problem.
what you do.
Hey, no problem. Appreciate the super chat, my guy.
Yep.
Hey, Kenneth, you the last caller, man. Wrap it up. Like, hit me with something good.
Yo, Scotty, what's good with you, sir?
What's good? Talk to me.
Man, look, first of all, I appreciate the opportunity. It was great seeing you at the game. Glad you enjoyed it. But I got to say something that I want to put in perspective for all the callers that have called in and have said that, it was a bad game and, we're just throwing all the credit to JSU's defense.
Yeah.
You got to give credit to FAMU's defense. Yes, Mashur made some freshman mistakes. But let's not take away, FAMU was a team that went 9-2 the last year that they played. They're not bad. They just can't beat Bethune-Cookman. But to bring up Bethune-Cookman, let's look at it. They played an FBS team last night, and they only lost by 2 scores. They did not do bad.
No, they definitely did.
They're competitive. So for anybody that was saying it was a bad game outside of the refereeing, which you've already called out, and Shador to me gets a C, like you called out, you have to give credit to both defenses. Both defenses held this game down. FAMU legitimately did not get a touchdown. Put that in perspective. They got 2 field goals, and 1 was blocked by an amazing defense. That goal line stance, come on. How many times was JSU on the 1-yard line and not get in?
That's not a fact. I will give you the fact of there were multiple 4th and 1s during the game in the middle of the field, but the time that they were at the goal line, Shador did a QB sneak and he got the score. That's not that they never had that situation happen again throughout the game.
Okay, they were a little bit off, but they my point is FAMU's defense showed up.
I get what you're saying.
Let's not throw all the attention that JSU is all world. And yes, they have high ceiling, but equally, once FAMU gets their quarterback situation worked out, I mean, hell, if I'm any quarterback on FAMU side and I got Niles Gaddy standing in my face every other play, I do the same thing. Here, just take the ball.
Okay.
I was impressed by the game. I hated the refereeing, but I was impressed by the game. Equally, both teams to me, I think, are going to do good this year.
That's fair. That's fair. I don't agree with your premise of FAMU's defense played well. I really don't. Because if we're being honest, if it was not for the lack, well, it's kind of like it's a hypothetical, right? Because I can say that if Shador never fumbled, they scored touchdowns, but they could have ended up kicking field goals, and with those field goals, Jackson State could have missed. So it's all hypotheticals in the air. So I don't want to go down that path. All I would say is, based on the talent that I saw on the field, based off the talent and the scheme that Jackson State was running offensively, FAMU cannot see them boys. I'm sorry, they can't. They can't.
Oh yeah, Shador was taking their top off.
You can't see them. Now, when you played in FAMU's world, when you ran the ball, they were hoping you ran the ball. They was like, please, Jesus, God, let's just hand the ball to Pickett or hand the ball off to Santee. We got him. We're good. You know what I'm saying? But if they kept that air raid style and never ran the ball, not once, y'all would have been in trouble. Oh, you're not a FAMU guy, but I'm just saying, like, FAMU would have been in trouble. Hands down. Hands down. Period. So,
but hey, man, again, above anything, appreciate that you came to the game. Appreciate that you enjoyed the experience. Can't wait to run into you again, my brother.
Hey, appreciate it, Kenny.
All right,
bye. All right, so I'm gonna say my little points, and I'm gonna get up out of here. All right, so listen, FAMU stopped JSU only when they were running the ball. Let me say that again, okay? Because you're not. Anytime JSU ran the ball was in FAMU's favor. Anytime Jackson State threw the ball, FAMU had they couldn't stop Jackson State. They could not stop Jackson State. So if I was the play caller, we're 4th and 1. We throwing this thing. We throwing it. We couldn't run. We could not run. They couldn't get 4th and 1 in inches on a run play. What does that tell you? Your team is not a power running team. It's not. That's what that tells you. 4th and 1 lets you say, okay, I can't run. That's like when you play Valley, right? So if you play Valley, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be able to run on them. Now, Murray State is a different subject, but in the SWAC, you probably won't be able to run on Valley. That's their strength. But your strength is throwing the ball. So throw the ball. Listen. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Let me listen. FAMU. Okay, I'm going to give it to you, man. I'm not about to argue. I'm not about to argue with you. FAMU stop Jackson State. Okay, however you want to see it. I'm going to tell you how I see it. Okay, I'm going to tell you how I see it. Jackson State stopped themselves. I'm gonna go back to the point early in the broadcast. Mr. Ed from Houston said one team did not score and one team could not score. All right, that's two different things. I'm gonna say it again a little slower for you, just in case if you didn't catch it. One team did not score and one team could not score. I'm gonna leave it at that. That's the synopsis of the game. If I'm being honest. That is the whole synopsis of the game. It's just that simple. All right. So listen, I appreciate you guys. Babe, how many likes? Okay. I'll let that rock. We're cool. We good. All right. So listen. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. This has been the craziest live show ever. I mean, over 500 people in the chat. If this wasn't the game of the year, you're freaking bugging. I will be at the Southern Heritage Classic next Saturday. I'll be at the game next Saturday. I'm in there, got tickets and all that type of stuff. I'm in there, my guy. Listen, we coming back on Monday, and I'm doing a week 1 recap. All right. A week 1 recap of all the games. So anybody on the teams, y'all can call in, talk your mess or whatever, what we didn't do right, what we did do right, all that type of stuff. Listen, I'm going to try to get me and the round table. We're going to try to figure this thing out. See, we got a lot of good feedback off that. So we're going to try to do it again, bring that round table back. Blue Bloods, the Boy Wonder. That's what I call them, the Boy Wonder, with CFL, with Spotlight and Cut Day. We're going to try to see if we can get all them in the game and do that thing. All right. So listen. I'm gonna figure out who's the game of the week next week. I'm gonna have to look it up and see what's popping. and I'm gonna make that decision on Monday. Who's the game of the week? All right. I probably should have a voting or a poll. That would be dope. I should do that. But until next time, you know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna holler. God bless. Let's get it.